Thursday Night Football gave us an old-time Big East battle as the New York Giants destroyed the Philadelphia Eagles 34-17 behind Cam Scattaboo's 3 touchdowns. I-35 is heating up as the Red River rivalry will take place on Saturday. 6th-ranked Oklahoma and the now newly unranked Texas go at it at 2:30 on Saturday on ABC. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Good morning. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We've made it. I'm your old pal, AJ. Look who's here to my left.
I'm here.
The one and only Mr. Rob Thompson.
I'd like to apologize to a couple of Nissan Sentras that I might have bulldozed off the road this morning.
And there's Victor Brown on the other side.
Yeah.
The torta pounder himself,
Yeah.
Victor Brown. Yeah, Vic. Vic said, "What happened was Rob with Sister Jean last night. They just
Sister Jean.
Yeah, you didn't see that? The Sister Jean, the Loyola
did she
mascot,
pass?
she died yesterday.
Man, I'm glad I didn't know that till now.
106.
I have a picture with her. I actually met her when she
Really?
came down here for the Final Four. Yeah, I actually had an audience with Sister Jean.
106 years
Yeah,
old.
she was.
made it.
She bless you, and it was a wonderful little
Yes.
conversation I had down in the Alamo Dome.
How
That's-
wild is that?
What a life wonderfully lived. You know, you meet people that have a glimmer in their eye. I don't know how to describe it, but you can see people. You know, there's a spark going on in there. That you gravitate toward people like her.
Yeah.
There's something rather magnetic.
Well, that's why she became a celebrity.
Yes, and for good reason.
Most nuns don't become
They
celebrities.
don't even aspire to it, most of them.
That's
And
right.
she really didn't either. But for the couple of 3 minutes that we had a chance to sit down in a shoot around when she was there with the Loyola crew, just a really genuine basketball fan too. She was giving advice.
Oh, she was coaching?
Yeah, she goes, if they play that zone, if the matchup hits, then I forget who the matchup was, but she even knew who they needed to shut down.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, R.I.P. Sister Jean. Anytime
sad.
somebody makes it to 106, it ain't sad.
Let me tell you.
Like, that's a good run.
Yeah.
Chicago's
good
in the
run.
midst of it. This did not hit well in Chicago, I promise you.
No,
Bad news for
well-
that city. She was an icon.
I'll tell you who had a worse day than Chicago yesterday. Philadelphia.
Oh, man, what a stupid.
Oh, man.
There is so much inside of this game. There were so many different competing plots, from the A.J. Brown to the how bad truly is Jalen? How terrible is he at being a
There's
quarterback?
some real questions to be asked about
what
that.
the hell is on Jackson Dart's face?
Yeah, well, that's his Star Wars paint.
I know, but that's stupid.
What do you mean
all
it's
that-
stupid?
And
Aren't you
know what
a
it feels
Star
like?
Wars head?
His favorite dude of all time is Drew Brees, but he can't remember exactly where that mole was.
No, he's Anakin Skywalker. That's his
Oh.
Anakin mark, he said.
Is that what that is?
That's what he calls it, Vic. Is that does that look accurate
Well,
to
you know, his explanation doesn't help. I'll just leave it there.
I don't know enough about it.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Not
last
really. No.
Like he's got a one
It's on
streak
one
right
side.
here.
And,
Yeah.
and
It's on
I know
one
this is
side.
only on TV, and I have a relatively large television. I get the sense that Cam Scattaboo is about 3 feet tall.
Dude, this is why I said I don't
He's
know.
like
that
a tumbling little dwarf out there, just
I mean-
like bouncing around and
Yeah.
doing like, what the hell was that? I think that should be a play. I
Jerk
think you
or
should.
not?
the
Can you
Simone
cartwheel
Biles
in?
call it the Biles.
Yes, man. I think you should forward hand snap in for a touchdown. I think that should be the new Philly special.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but it was a disastrous day overall for
Oh.
Philadelphia. The Phillies get eliminated.
In their
On-
coolest uniforms too.
Yeah, in their old school unis on an error.
Late.
The worst way to go home. Extra innings error.
I didn't see it happen live, I'll admit.
Okay. Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
didn't break
On
my
the
heart.
highlight.
It didn't kill me because I had lost focus. I was watching football.
I felt bad. young guy, Orion Kirkring is his name.
Dude.
Was this in the 11th inning?
11th inning.
Wow.
Yeah, there's Pagase hits like a tiny little bouncer. It goes off his foot, and it ends up right in front of him. Everybody's running. Pitcher, the like you see Real Muto, the catcher, point to first base, and he just kind of panicked, and he
time slowed down.
He tried like a weird flip to the catcher, and watch here, you'll see it right here, and things go awry. Like, dude, take the easy play. Easy play. No, not that play. That's not the easy play. That's not the easy play. No, dude.
So it's over?
That was it. Yeah,
the game's over?
There was bases loaded. Oh. He's got an easy throw to first. Easy. Look at Realmuto say, nope. No. Go one. No, don't go me. Don't go me.
You see that guy already yelling, man.
Oh.
And now that guy has to go all off season.
Yeah.
Kirkring said about the throw, he said it was just a horse bleep throw. He said that the pressure got to me. I just thought there was a faster throw to JT, a little quicker than trying to crossbody it to Bryce. It was just a horse bleep throw.
It was an error.
I hope Philly fan have some mercy.
Oh,
this is the wrong city to do that.
It is the wrong city. But you know what? The Eagles, they'll make it up. I mean, they're playing the Giants. Oh, wait a minute. No. That didn't work either.
It wasn't even close.
No,
it was a whooping. It really was.
It was. The Giants beat their ass, almost to the point where I was frustrated. Because, I mean, I bet the under in that game, and it was almost gone at halftime.
Yeah, I had a lot of unders.
I did not picture the Eagles' defense, bending over and taking it the old country way. And that's exactly what happened. They
without Malik Neighbors, I think we have to predicate everything we say that they went into this game without their best player.
And dude, I know at some point we're going to stop considering priors. And really about week 6 is when priors start to fall off a little bit, I would say. So what happened last year starts to fall off, and we stop counting what you've done in the past as much.
I think this is going to be a good conversation about what we should take from the game. Is it New York's aspiration? Are they really that much better with the swag? Or is Philadelphia really kind of cracking apart at the seams?
Philadelphia could be 0-6.
Yeah.
They could be 0-6. The 4 games that they won, you could argue they shouldn't have won any of them.
New York didn't do anything spectacular. It wasn't like they unleashed some kind of new thing. They just beat them.
No.
And all Philly has is the push. That's it. That's the only thing they feel comfortable doing. If they could do it every play, they would.
I mean, my wife is sitting there. She can almost, she's about to call the plays for the Eagles. Yeah. They are so predictable.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of. I think both stories can be true because I do think there's some swagger in New York, and that
suck,
matters,
dude. I think the Giants suck.
I do think swagger matters when you're playing bad teams, and then I go, well, the swagger mattered last night, and is Philadelphia that bad? What do you do with A.J. Brown? Is Jalen Hurts, can he see downfield? I mean, legitimately, do we have an eye issue because he doesn't look there?
What's crazy, Jalen Hurts threw for almost 300 yards somehow.
It was well over almost 200 and a half.
Yeah.
But it's dink and dunk stuff.
Yeah.
They're nothing downfield. And when there was an open pass, oh, my God, you think A.J. Brown has a right to be mad.
And the Eagles, who are normally so great on third down, 1 of 9 on third down yesterday.
Because it wasn't 3rd and 3.
Right. And the Giants 11 of 16 on third down. That'll get the job done. That'll get
impressive.
The job done.
I mean, there is some. You have to admit the swagger matters, and there were certainly some home field vibes to it.
Yeah, but Rob,
Philly's terrible.
That same team lost to the Saints last week.
I agree. I'm agreeing with everything you're saying, but in this game, I don't know what Jackson Dart played in that game. Was it the Anakin Skywalker before he turned evil?
I don't know.
I don't know which one, but the one I saw last night does not lose to the New Orleans Saints.
Well, he was
you know
the one
who
who killed all the little kids.
Yeah, well, see, maybe this is what happened. They were the little kids.
I know that reference of Star Wars.
Yeah, you know that.
So
one.
I'm trying to figure out, because honestly, the quarterback you saw last night, you feel like could lose to the Saints? I mean, the ball placement was good. He could get out of the pocket and deliver it to the edge. He didn't make a dumb mistake.
Listen,
I mean, that's a winning formula, man.
The first game against the Chargers, where everybody was like, "Oh, Jackson Dart brings the energy. They beat the Chargers." I thought Jackson Dart kind of stunk in that game, and they still beat the Chargers. He stunk last week.
He didn't stink last night, is my point.
Last night he didn't, but that's 1 out of 3. Now we're
talking rookie in his fourth game, third game.
I get it. There's something
drip.
there.
There is.
There's something there. But drip doesn't win you games consistently.
Well, last night it was 2 + 2 = 6, because you had the other you add in the fans, which were going bananas, by the way.
Yeah.
And then the Philadelphia just kind of schlepping along. I'm trying to find the word to bring. That was not a motivated performance last night. I don't know what I was expecting.
And they quit late in the game.
Yeah, it was just
they
kind
were
of
done. They knew.
An 80% effort all the way around. You got A.J. Brown crying at that fourth and push again. Yeah. The team's a mess, man.
There is certainly the fan excitement about Jackson Dart is through the roof.
Yeah.
To the point where Jackson Dart looked like he got banged up. He had to go in the medical tent. Russell Wilson came out for one play, which was like a 3rd and 9. He bounces a throw, and the fans about booed him out of the stadium.
Get the hell out of here, dude.
It's like, dude, we do not want you.
Please.
You are not our guy.
They were praying for an incompletion. They didn't want any reason to keep this cat around.
No.
Wow.
We'll just snap it straight to Scattaboo.
To the point where I think that might have been the first time in my life I looked at Russell Wilson and said, "Oh man, I kind of feel bad for him."
No, I never feel bad for that dude. Not one lick.
That was rough. But yeah, just I don't know if it was a masterclass by the Giants, but that was not the Eagles that we saw last year. That was not the Eagles that we've seen the last 3 years.
It's lackadaisical. There's the word I'm looking for. Lackadaisical.
They're just
There's
not.
a lollygagging around.
They're just not very good, and it's just because you were good enough to win the Super Bowl a year ago doesn't guarantee you're going to be good year in and year out. And the league is adjusting, and the idea now that again, how many? I got to look up his game log, but the idea that Saquon Barkley is just now kind of a okay. You're on our team.
It started strong, right? I mean, the first two possessions, he rips off a 20-yarder, and there's another 15-yarder in there, and looks like the offense is kind of doing what they're supposed to do, and then life got in the way.
In the last,
I don't know what happened.
In the last 2 weeks, mind you, while the last 2 games, he's averaged 4.9 yards per carry.
Like I said, he ripped off. He had a nice first quarter.
He's touched the ball 18 times. Combined in 2 weeks.
Well, first of all, last night they were behind the chains. I mean, there was kind of a necessary. But the thing is, the thing you were trying to do, you can't do. You're trying to throw the ball. You're not good at this.
Yeah, this is this exposed a lot of the flaws in this Eagles team.
So the ripple effect is a lot like Baltimore in the AFC. When you suddenly go, there's this team, this Super Bowl champion, is not.
Well, the difference is they're 4-2 still. They're still.
No, let me tell you, there's blood in the water.
I don't disagree with that.
Went,
but it's not like it's to compare it to the 1-4 Ravens. I think is unfair because
I do think this team looked a lot like that Raven team. Now we still got more time, and this is. I remember last year, who was reading the book on the sidelines? I mean, there was. Yeah. They have been through it before, but there seems to be more to it than that, and I feel like A.J. Brown's gonna have to go, man. I know you paid him a bunch of money, but
you think that improves your downfield passing game?
No, but I don't think they necessarily have to have it. Is my point. You know what I mean? I think they're paying a whole bunch of money for a Ferrari that they only drive on Sundays in good weather.
Yeah,
and AJ's like, "What are you doing? Why am I out here?" And they don't really need him.
Well, because you have a snowplow offense,
right? And
you don't
exactly. So I think you need to recognize who each other is, and just part ways as friends. We're not helping you, and quite frankly, you're not really helping us that much because it's really not. My quarterback isn't really good at what you're good at.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But yeah, A.J. Brown's clearly starting to get frustrated. This is it's tenuous. I would say is the
tenuous is a good word for it.
It is.
I mean, they are the Super Bowl champions.
It's teetering on Like the Ravens to me have already gotten to
Oh, yeah,
I mean, the Ravens let the Houston Texans score $1 million on them. That's
Well, if Jalen was walking around with a bad hamstring and looking at missing a couple of games, I think we'd be pronouncing him a little bit more dead. But there is a fundamental issue. Plenty of time left in the season, but I would love to be playing Philadelphia over the next month. I would love to be the team that they're going to try to get right with.
Their next 5 games at Vikings.
Oh, I'd love to be the Vikings.
Rematch home Giants, at Packers, home Lions, and then at the Dallas Cowboys.
See, the Cowboys are in a bad place because by the time the Cowboys see this Eagles team could be brand new, reinvigorated, and renewed. Given they're playing the Eagles, 2 and 3 weeks? What did you? What was that?
The Giants, yeah. 2.
I mean,
in 3 weeks they play them twice. They get both their games in with them.
A little home and home action.
Yeah, yep. So weird scheduling quirk, but yeah, the Giants are going to be done with them. I'm curious to see what that line will be after yesterday at 7.5 in New York. What it'll be in Philly. If there's too much of an adjustment, I might end up looking to bet the Giants there or bet the Eagles there. But
there's a long way between here and there.
Oh,
Jackson Dart's got a good 6-8 interceptions in him before then.
Yeah, I mean
at least
that's entirely possible too.
And that's not a sin. He's a rookie. I mean,
he's got swagger. The thing I think is the best thing for them is he's able to run the ball.
Oh, that first touchdown. And it was the second touchdown pass. When you see the highlight, they're going to pull it. When he's scrambling to the right, he's got a receiver on the edge sideline. He ball fakes just enough to get the cornerback to bite, and then he drills a pass to the edge. That's the kind of stuff that, man, I don't care who you are, you're not teaching it. That's just, okay, now I know what I'm working with when you see that kind of stuff because it was a ridiculously well played. You couldn't have done it any better. I don't care what age or player.
And it also, I mean, it certainly helped that Jalen Carter didn't play.
Ask the Cowboys.
Yeah, that certainly helps. Certainly helps. All right, let's take a break. We'll continue this discussion. We'll continue. We've got so much football to talk today. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
All right. Good morning, friends. We just found a trouble spot on the northeast side at 35 southbound Walsham. Accident right lane. It's causing delays to 410. On 35 northbound, 1604 to Olympia Parkway, that is road work in the left lane. 10, 12-minute delays. Stop and go from Tupper Wine. And on 1604 westbound, that on-ramp from 281, still have some road work set up. It is blocking the entrance ramp. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's officially Easy Deal Days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your local Staples store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
I think Smokey would be a great spokesman or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, marijuana is widely accepted, especially in the NFL and the NBA and MLB and both houses of Congress.
The John Clay Wolf Show, every Saturday morning. Check out the YouTube channel, complete with live video stream at jcwshow.com.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
The UTSA Roadrunners open American Conference play Saturday night against the Rice Owls in the Alamo Dome. It's homecoming. It's UTSA's annual Hispanic Heritage Game. Tickets on sale starting at $24 at GoUTSA.com or call 210-458-8872. UTSA versus Rice presented by HEB. Kickoff 6:30. Upon exit, fans will receive Taco Cabana UTSA Football 15th Season Cups. Get your tickets now at GoUTSA.com because when we win, San Antonio wins.
The following is a dramatization. Davis Law Firm. How can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, this is Sarah at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
I've always dreamed of a beautiful kitchen, but my wife just wants to stay organized.
You know what they say about opposites.
That they can't agree on a kitchen?
Well, IKEA kitchens come in many styles with a variety of customizable organizers. So maybe you're not opposites at all.
Beautiful and organized. Now we just have to figure out what to eat.
That's a different department. Get the kitchen of your dreams at a price you didn't dream possible at IKEA.us/Dream Kitchen. Dream the possibilities.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to SASportsStar.com now and register to win. SASportsStar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Oh, yeah! That's not what I thought last night. Oh, no. What's pitch numbers on the scorecard?
E1. E1 on, yeah.
Is that his nickname from now on?
Yeah. My dad, there was a while when he tried to make me play second base. Like I think my knee was hurt or something, and my dad tried to make me play second base for a while. I always was a catcher, and playing second base was not a great shift for me. And so
That's a pretty big leap.
For about a full season, he called me E4. E4. It's like, well, it's justified, but like,
no, he had great.
You're doing this to me, by the way. You know, and mind you, I'm like 10 or 11. Also, a rumor last night that that Jalen Carter. There's some speculation that the turf at MetLife Field is why Jalen Carter didn't play.
Well, it ended Michael Irvin's career. No, that's not. What was that? Phillies Field.
But yeah, there are a lot of people bitch about that turf there. But
I didn't know this.
But yeah, Jalen Carter.
What's the problem with the turf?
I guess a lot of people get hurt out there. I don't know.
Is it grass?
No.
Oh, I've been on that on the New York field.
Yeah. No, not grass.
No, it's not grass. I've been on that field. What's wrong with it? Just too sticky?
I don't know. I guess there's just a lot of people getting hurt on there, and they were like, "Well, if this would have been on grass, we may have done it, but on that field, we didn't trust putting them out there."
It must have been too sticky then.
Yeah. The other thing is, I think the Eagles, who have been so solid defensively, over this run, we have to really question what's going on with their defense, and particularly the back end of that defense. Like, Adoree Jackson is bad at football. He's bad. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I don't think there's a quick fix.
No.
But they're in a world of hurt right now on the defensive side of the ball too.
They've been protected for a long time. But they're also injured and attrited. They've lost talent. I mean, it's been a net negative. And we can't overstate the value of Jalen Carter. I mean, you really cannot overstate it. We were the beneficiaries. We know how nice life is when we don't have to see Jalen Carter. And Jalen Carter versus Jackson Dart, that's even more so. That is a complete kick in the nuts, and especially if you equipped and prepared for him to play. If you really thought he was going to play, and at the last minute you had a yank, and at that moment you're not ready. And that was a part of it, I guess, but there was more to it than that. I mean, I'd like to think you could just blame this solely on injuries. And it was a matter of, it was lackadaisical, man. I don't know how to put it. It just didn't seem like they were dialed to 100. It was just, we're lining up, we're going to be professionals, but we're not going to be avid professionals. It just didn't feel like everybody was all in, that they were waiting for the other dude to screw something up. Like, here he goes again.
Yeah.
He's late again, or whatever's going on in the huddle, or whatever's going on the sidelines. You can just tell this team is tense. Just waiting for it to go, man. Just do it one more time.
Yeah, and it could fall apart on them, man. It really could.
Well, greatness, you go through spats like this.
Sure.
Everybody thinks they're better than they are when they get a title.
And the question becomes, is there anybody in the NFC who's going to, in particular, is there anybody in the NFC East who can step up and take advantage of this?
Cowboys got to be sitting back there going, well, we've already beat one of them teams, and we were damn close in the other.
Yeah. But I was thinking that last night. I was like, I don't know if there's any good teams in the NFC East.
No. Good. Well, you have to quantify good, because I don't think there's a lot of good teams in the NFC.
I think that's fair. I still think the Eagles are the best of the bunch, but
okay, how long will you allow that opinion to last? I mean, what happens if
I see one more defensive performance like that? I'm willing to jump ship.
Yeah. I'm starting.
But I am gonna. Their two worst defensive performances came with one where Jalen Carter got kicked out in the first play of the game, and last night when he wasn't on the field.
So let's not overestimate the vitality of the defense when he's in there. And again, we witnessed what it was like. And you pair that with a rookie quarterback who you could flush, who knows? And I think if I'm the Eagles, I can take solace in that. And I wish as an Eagle fan I could look at that and go, yeah, I get it. It's other stuff, though, man. It's not just that. Now, that played a huge role, but internally you're not dialed up. Maybe you're pacing yourself. Maybe the team is in the back of their minds going, we got such a long season and everybody's giving us their best, and all we got to do is win, baby. All we got to do is in the playoffs. We know how to win this thing, and when we get there, we'll turn the lights on and we'll get busy. And AJ, at that point, you're going to be part of this, and it just doesn't feel like they're going to get to the point where they are allowed to do that.
And up until last night, I would have made that argument too, because I mean, every game the Eagles had played so far was a one-score game. So every game was like, okay, we're doing just enough to win. Yeah. And then against the Broncos, it felt like it was the same script, except this time the coin came up tails. That's a tough break. Unlucky, as the soccer hooligans call it.
Just enough.
But last night was one-sided.
Yeah,
it was an ass whooping, and that makes me go, they're not holding back, because. And that makes me go. That's why I saw those guys on the sideline look like they didn't care. They'd given up on this one.
Well, we'll sacrifice the game like in tennis. Yeah, take this one.
There's complacency that set in with the Eagles,
that's something you can't afford when you are legitimately the target You are the biggest. You're the biggest buck. I mean, everybody's waiting for you to show up, man. You're the champ.
Now, I will say that they had played 4 games in a row against teams that were in the playoffs last year.
I don't care.
And like in the NFL, I think in football in general, you can never be locked in every week to level 10. Like you have to go. You have to go.
I
Okay,
understand
we take
that.
a breath.
And
the Giants game that's a natural spot to take a breath.
But that's not. I know that when I see it. And
Yeah.
this is not that. You didn't when you're just kind of. You don't have players throwing their arms up on the sidelines.
No, I agree.
You don't have questions consistently. You don't come into this having actually won a football game without completing a pass in the second half.
Yeah.
You know, those are symptoms of something much deeper than just lackadaisical. There's issues here.
All right, let's talk about what's happening on the other side of the of that field last night. We'll do that next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
All right. Good morning, friends. We just found a trouble spot on the northeast side at 35 southbound Walzem. Accident right lane. It's causing delays to 410. On 35 northbound, 1604 to Olympia Parkway, that is road work in the left lane. 10, 12-minute delays. Stop and go from Tupperwine. And on 1604 westbound, that on-ramp from 281, still have some road work set up. It is blocking the entrance ramp. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Whether you're serving now or have served, American Public University provides education at a pace and price that fit your life. Special rates and grants are available for you and your family. Learn more at apu.apus.edu/military.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Cancer claims our loved ones every day. When the Byer family lost company founder Perry Byer to cancer, they established Byer Cares. And this October, during Cancer Awareness Month, Byer Boys will donate a portion of all service fees to the American Cancer Society. Please join us in our fundraising goal by visiting ByerCaresFoundation.com. There's a can in cancer, because together we can beat it.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So, I'm opening my own coffee shop.
I smell a caffeinated catastrophe.
And I needed menu boards and banners printed.
What you really needed was a reality check.
Staples really came through. They printed menus and signs, even flyers in time for my grand opening.
And that's when the other shoe dropped.
Not quite. I got $125 off my custom print order.
Cha-ching! For your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. Valid in-store and online. Ends 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we're going to talk a little Proposition A and Proposition B.
CEO of Spurs Sports and Entertainment, R.C. Buford, will be on The Blitz at 4:35.
Looking forward to that. It is a Football Friday as well. Andrew Monaco joins us as well to talk Aggies football.
And it's Texas OU weekend. By the way, check your watch. OU still sucks.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, the heart is a bloom.
Let it wash over you, AJ.
Oh, I feel it.
Let it wash over you.
Anytime the Eagles lose.
It is. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's kind of like Texas OU weekend for me. It's a good weekend for
it's so
us
funny,
Aggie
like,
Cowboys.
I'm not even a Cowboy fan, but that's the one day where Cowboy fans we link up when the Eagles lose.
Yeah,
it's like that meme where it's like two guys like.
The enemy of my enemy is indeed my friend.
Yes, it is.
I love watching these Eagles lose. I just don't. I don't have anything against like the franchise. I just don't like the way they play. Like I don't like watching them.
I hate the Eagles.
I know this is washed up.
It's a deep hate
and overly discussed. But is it okay if we just say we want to get rid of the tush push because it's not entertaining anymore? I know all the rules and all the things in my life have told me
the bit's over.
Just stop it. If you don't like it, stop it. Well, you know what? I give. We can't stop it. I give up. I give up.
I'm on team. Like I don't like outlawing plays.
I know,
but
me either.
I want it to be officiated properly.
Well, it's evidently they can't. We've tried.
Even my wife said they call false starts on normal plays that I can't even see, and then they show a replay and it's a guy like. It feels like he got like a bee landed on his shoulder and he just went like that. And it's like flag.
And
These guys are literally jumping.
Swinging forward like right hook coming up before the ball's – it's already coming, but it just doesn't quite cross the line of scrimmage.
You can't see it with the naked eye.
Dude, we tried.
I can see it on TV with the naked eye.
I give. You're right. You win. It's an unstoppable play. And because it is, we're tired of it in that way. It's gone. You can't do that anymore. Or at least not 3 times in a row. I don't know what you do, but that 4 times in a row, I'm like A.J. Brown. Are you kidding me?
Boy, the fact that A.J. Brown's pissed off on a play that they actually score a touchdown on.
I'd have been the same way. I'm in the huddle and you hear it like, oh, man, all right.
I don't know something's going to happen with A.J. Brown. There's something's going to
have to. The problem is you overpaid him and he can't play on your team. It's just, it sucks.
Now, the New York Giants, listen, everybody thinks they found their quarterback when they play a few good games. And maybe the Giants have, but it does certainly feel like.
It could be Jake Plummer, but I think there's more than that.
First of all, I don't think Jake Plummer, it would be a bad thing.
Well,
Jake Plummer
you're right.
was
he was a
solid
perfectly high average
player.
quarterback, but he reminds me, I'm not kidding, in his game, he reminds me a lot of Jake Plummer.
I hadn't thought of that, but that is a great comp.
Yeah.
They are very similar.
You might have if I'm willing to step out and say, at least for this year, you got a quarterback in Cleveland with Gabriel. And I'm pretty comfortable in saying that, just from one game. And really, yesterday was the first time I'd seen a whole Jackson Dart game.
Yeah.
You got your quarterback, at least for this year, or at least for a couple years. He's got drip. His players love him.
Yeah.
The fans love him. He's DeVito with talent. This whole Skywalker thing, I'm down with. I kind of get it now. It looks silly until you understand. Now it's kind of like, all right, more drip.
Now you're with him.
And then you combine the Scattaboo effect. You're rocking and rolling in New York. Okay, so you're what is his name? Mara. Is this his first name Wellington? Because I want it to be.
No, it's John.
John, dang it.
Sorry.
Wellington Mara would be such a better name. John Mara, he has to have a Wellington in his family. I think he does. But now John Mara's got a problem. What do you do do you allow this quarterback whisperer that evidently couldn't get Danny Dimes out of the barn?
And it's so weird. Like, Brian Daboll acts like he's almost in love with Jackson Dart.
Well, I kind of would be, too. The guy's might be saving his career. And do you allow Daboll? Because remember Danny Dimes' rookie year?
Oh, yeah.
We were
it was the first year Daboll was with. Yeah.
The first, we thought, oh, no.
We fixed him.
This is glorious. We got us another Josh Allen. So I don't know how long you go with the Daboll experience because 2 weeks ago, man, this clown was done.
Well, let's hold the phone. Yeah. They're still 2-4. They're about to go to Denver, then to Philly. Then they've got the Niners, Bears, Packers, Lions. And that's at Chicago, at Detroit, at the Patriots. They still got some games left on this schedule. We'll see.
And there's also, even if they do collapse, which I would think is imminent, do you do that to your quarterback, who you do know at the best of times, which last night was literally the best it's ever going to be? Do you change that head coach out and know full well you've just gone down a road and begun to go down a road that has ruined how many quarterbacks? Well, changing head coaches right after they got there and taking the guy away that drafted him because he loved him.
Yeah.
And bringing in a guy who really never picked him. And
the Giants last year were 3-14. They've already won 2 games. Now, also, they won 2 games in the first 5 weeks last year. They started out 2-3, and then they lost, I think, 11 games or 12 games in a row, something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
But to go from 3-14 to I don't know, let's say 7-10.
Dude, you got your job.
You're safe?
Yeah. Oh, I
think so too.
That. Oh man, if he can get to 7 wins,
I think that would be huge progress. I think.
I just don't think that's going to
I
happen.
think 6 is borderline. I don't think 5 is enough of a step to get it done.
And that's a pretty. What's the last 3 games of this run you just talked about? There's a lot of games not only against good teams but on the road. I mean, this is.
So the remaining schedule for them is at Denver, at Philly, home Niners.
Yeah, there it is.
At Chicago.
There it is. Chicago.
Home Green Bay, at Detroit, at New England.
There it is.
And then their bye week, and then they close it out. 3 of their last 4 games are at home. Washington, Minnesota, at Raiders, home Dallas.
I'll tell you who the New York Giants are on that next to last roadie before the break.
At Detroit?
At Detroit game. I'll tell you exactly who they are. We'll know who they are.
That'll be that. Oh no, that's not Thanksgiving Day.
Well, I shouldn't say I'll know who they are. I'll tell you what's going to happen with Dable by then. I'll know exactly what's going to happen. It'll be very apparent by that game.
I got a feeling if they can win 2 more games before the bye week, so 2 out of the next 7, which seems manageable.
Well, he better get them early. That's what I'm getting at. That's a late bye week. Golly,
yeah,
that's a
week
lot of
14
football played.
Is the bye week.
And you've already lost your best player. So I'll never forget from now on watching what happened to Detroit last year when they had that late bye week. And by the time they staggered to the bye week with everybody just battered to death, there was just nothing left when they came back. So, and this is a Giant team that really didn't have much expectations. I'm with you. If they win 2 games before the bye week, I think Dable stays.
Yeah. And there's winnable games. Chicago's a winnable game. New England's a winnable game.
Well, they play like they did last night. They'll win more than that.
Yeah.
That was a good football. Well, not that.
Yeah, let's relax.
Should say, let me qualify this. That was a good football game played by 2 teams that are headed in, I think, in different directions. I don't think. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. New York isn't even in the same weight class with Philadelphia.
No,
they shouldn't. I mean, it shouldn't have been even close.
No.
So
this is way more of a Philly problem than a Giants get excited.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
You throw this. This is kind of like just money in the bank. You didn't make any money last night, but you put some money in the bank.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We'll wrap up hour number 1 on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. When you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you might not get a lot of wins, but the players, they're still playing. Which ones are overhyped, which ones aren't, you know that. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash. It is so good to be right. You know, last week following the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, the season isn't great, but Dak's throwing for numbers. I keep following. I love what's going on with Dak, and I would keep following the more than as we keep going through the season. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You love CD Lamb, you love Saquon Barkley, you can play him 3 different ways. And whether it's a friend or a celebrity partner or just someone whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create. It's a new feed there on Prize Picks. Listen, it feels great to be right, and being right on Prize Picks means money. Download the Prize Pick app today and use the code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. This is code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit JoeGomezLaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com. Or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
One of the greatest of all time.
Yes, sir.
Roger Troutman.
All right. Yeah, we got more bounce to the ounce here.
Little zap action for you.
Yeah. We got some Yacht Rock review tickets and some Crazy Train Aussie tickets to give away today.
It's the same band.
Oh, God. Can you imagine that one?
You want to impress me.
I
want you to pull this off.
I might be impressed if I saw that. That's wild. That would be shocking. Let me ask you this.
What?
This is maybe a little bit too far, but I'm just curious. If the 2025 NFL draft were redone tomorrow, Jackson Dart or Cam Ward?
Well, it's Jackson Dart. By if you're just going to go evidentiary, and I don't know what's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know how he runs a team. I don't know how they practice. I appreciate what I've seen from Cam Ward. They're in different situations with different latitudes. But
I'm surprised you say that. I
Jackson
think Cam
Dart.
Ward stinks.
What I'm saying is, by evidence, he has. But I'm not going to throw the bathwater out on a quarterback that arrived on the worst team in football already.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen some things from him that I'm not wholly unimpressed with. I think he can throw the ball at a lot of different angles, but obviously, yeah, Jackson Dart, especially me, he was my favorite quarterback coming out. I want to pat him on the back, but I'm not going to throw Cam Ward out yet. But Dart, dude, there's, like we said, he's got a drip factor, but that drip factor is going to lead to a 4-interception game. It's coming. It's just, you can tell that he plays with a reckless abandon that you've got to kind of rein in instead of push forward, and that's exactly what I want. But at some point, you live by this, you're going to die by it.
Yeah. I mean, I said at the time I wouldn't take a quarterback in the first round. I think if I had to do it over again, I'm still probably taking like an Abdul Carter or one of those guys.
Saw Carter
first.
last night. He was wrecking crew stuff. Man.
But if so far what I've seen, I think I like Jackson Dart better.
I like him. I do.
We'll see if it holds up. All right, let's start looking ahead to the rest of the week. We'll do that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
I got a little drunk the other night and went to my neighbor's house to see my dog that I gave him. What? Hold on.
You gave it away?
Yeah.
The dog's going to miss you and think you're coming to pick it up, and then he's going to be sad.
You're turning the dog's life into a Supreme song, man. He's like, set me free, why don't you, babe? You just keep me hanging on.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
The Home Depot has everything you need to turn your home into a beacon of holiday cheer. So whether you're going all out or just adding a few holiday touches, we've got you covered with trees, yard decor, and more. Save time decorating with one of our easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees, or pick up a piece from our Yuletide Lane decor collection and fill your yard with holiday joy. Whatever your style, find everything to get your holidays started at the Home Depot.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy Shots are bringing the flavor and the energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana, is giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for you. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce coffee, but zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
We are in October. You know football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in all the action where you can make picks and win money here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. Pick your favorite players, whether they're going to go higher or lower on predicted stats. Passing yards, touchdowns, rushing yards, that sort of thing. Get all your picks right. Your entry turns green. You're going to win money. In fact, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
If you get your drinking water from a pitcher filter or a refrigerator that has a filter, you need to listen up. These types of filters can't remove the majority of microscopic contaminants that can be in your drinking water. The reason being, the filter holes in these cheap filters are so large, microscopic contaminants slide right through without being removed. To put it in comparison, imagine contaminants that are the size of rats and roaches, and the holes in the filter are the size of a hula hoop. The rats and roaches are doing cannonballs through the hula hoop right into your glass of drinking water. So how do you get rid of them? Connecticut Quality Water Systems of San Antonio and the Hill Country. It all starts with a free water analysis. So call Connecticut at 656-PURE or online at ConnecticutSA.com. Connecticut, change your water, it'll change your life.
Proud sponsor of Dallas Cowboys football on San Antonio Sports Star.
The last water softener you'll ever own. ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute definitely starting to fill in. We've got stalls at 90 eastbound General McMullen, 410 westbound Somerset. Those are off to the shoulder. Some debris in the roadway. I-10 eastbound Dezavala, left lane, stalled vehicle off to the right shoulder. 1604 westbound, that on-ramp from 281, that road work blocking the exit ramp. On 35 northbound, the off-ramp to get onto 1604 headed northbound. Exit ramp closed with some overnight road work. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football gave us an old-time Big East battle as the New York Giants destroyed the Philadelphia Eagles 34-17 behind Cam Scattaboo's 3 touchdowns. I-35 is heating up as the Red River rivalry will take place on Saturday. 6th-ranked Oklahoma and the now newly unranked Texas go at it at 2:30 on Saturday on ABC. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And Claymore makes a good point. Where you get drafted makes all the difference. Giants have been bad for a while, finally made good draft picks. Yeah.
Well, it helps to be in that line closer to the front, but that don't mean success.
Yeah. And Tennessee, I mean, it's so hard to be but we've gotten spoiled. Like I said, we got spoiled the last 2 seasons when C.J. Stroud was a revelation, and then right after him, Jaden Daniels was even better, and we saw them take horrible teams and make them good, or at least make them competitive.
Yeah.
So expecting that from Cam Ward wasn't really.
No, it's not fair.
It's not fair because that's not normal. But we saw it 2 years in a row, and everybody said, "Oh, well, that's normal." It's not.
No, but even if he's a failure, even if he is in fact what we think he could be, just a guy that just the skill set just isn't going to measure up, and he was the product of being on highly well-coached, senior-laden, skilled teams. He just arrived as the final piece, not the first one. Yeah. And there's a big difference from being the builder to the finisher. So he could very well be that. But even if he did, that's about average.
Yeah.
This isn't out of the norm. We see this fairly common. Normally, one of the top 3 highest draft picks is an abject failure and out of the league in 5 years. And there's normally somebody in the 5th, 6th, 7th round or 3rd and 4th. There's a mid-level and a late level.
And I'm not saying he's a bust.
No. Well, if you're that, you're either a success or a bust if you're number 1 overall. And then you get some time to rebuild. You get the Baker Mayfield treatment. You get a second act, but it's a long way between here and there. Because you're gonna have to. The problem is you're going to be just good enough, like Baker was, to get that second deal. And then you get the second deal, and everybody realizes we've made a horrible mistake. And you don't like it here, they don't like it here. By that time, you're on your 3rd coach. You're highly overpaid for the output, and it's time to leave. And this could be Cam Ward. But right now, I'm not ready to draw the line. Now give me 3 weeks, and we'll figure out where we are.
I believe there are in between great success and bust if you're the number 1 pick. I think you could be You don't have to be one or the other.
Well,
like Baker Mayfield's a good example.
Well, like I said, that's the second act. You can come back from the bust, and we love the comeback. In fact, you get so much more support with your second wife.
Is Jameis Winston a bust?
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair. No, I don't think that's fair. I mean, Jameis Winston won a bunch of football games.
He's a unique one. He was a Heisman Trophy winner, a national champion that just didn't give a crap. I don't care if I throw interceptions. I'm going to chunk it deep, baby. And I'm going to pray that I won't, but I'm still going to do it. He never really adjusted. He's not an abject failure, but you get drafted number 1 overall. And you've been essentially a backup quarterback for more than half your career.
Okay, here's one.
I don't think that's a raving success.
What's Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor, the book's not written yet, but
Dude,
I think we're getting close.
It's been 5 years.
You're right. I think we're getting real close.
He's on his second contract. I think we better hope the book's
He's
written.
right. What I'm talking about. Remember, you get your second contract. You suffer through 3 or 4 coaches, and maybe finally you find one that matches. But for the most part, you end up having to part ways and go someplace else.
What's Kyler Murray?
Kyler is. I think also he's in the same boat as Trevor, but going the different direction.
Okay.
Where now everybody's realized we've all made a terrible mistake.
Okay, yeah. I think of guys like Alex Smith is another good example. I think Alex Smith was he fine.
He wasn't number 1 overall.
He was the number 1 pick. Oh yeah,
was he?
Yeah.
See, that's
it's like he was.
That's a bust to me. No, he is not a bust. I take that completely
thank
back.
you. I was
but
like,
he only was a success for the Chiefs. I mean, it took a team or two before it was the greatness of what Alex Smith was. So if you drafted him, it's pretty much a bust, man. Well, all the success happened someplace else.
Yeah.
I guess I need to quantify the kind of bust I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bust for the team that drafted him. It's just a bust. It didn't work. And whether you got compensed with some trade value at some point down the road, it will never be equal to what you probably passed up because you took him. And that to me is a bust.
And then there's guys like Jared Goff, who was, he went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't
hard to call him a bust.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Jared Goff's like a great success either. The Rams were the Rams were unhappy enough to move on from him.
He was, but he never hurt that team.
Okay.
He was always at least equal or better than. So I'm not going to put him as a bust, no.
Okay.
Not a raving success. But because at the end of the day, I'm not sure if Goff's not going to get into the Hall of Fame, man.
Andrew Luck a bust?
Yeah, but that's not the Colts' fault.
Okay.
It's not their fault. It kind of is because they beat the hell out of him. But there's some things, there's the act of God that sometimes that's why you buy insurance, that you can do all the right stuff all the way through and still get kicked in the nuts. And that, the Colts did it, so I'm not going to blame him. But, that's a bust. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's guys like him, or I think he's kind of an in-between. He was like a 4-time Pro Bowler.
All of that, absolutely.
When you draft guys, you're hoping, hope he can do that.
And I guess it would be no different than if he suffered a catastrophic injury. And I guess we have to look at it that way. But the injury was above the neck. And if you look at it like it was a knee injury that exploded, and it just wasn't going to ever be able to play again, I don't think I'd quantify him as a bust, but I still think the outcome's the same. You're a net negative after 4 years. You're back to where you started.
Yeah. But
it killed that franchise. It did.
It did. But he took him to the playoffs 4 times.
Absolutely. And
4 times in a 7-year career. And one of the years he didn't play a single game.
But if you had to do it over again, would you? If you knew you'd only get 4 years of close and then he'd leave, would you do it again?
That is a good question.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And remember, that was one of those. He was one of those picks that there wasn't really if you had taken anyone but him, people would have looked at you like you had a third head.
I agree. Absolutely. And I have to remember, put yourself in the time.
And also remember who was the second player taken that year.
Who was it?
Robert Griffin III. So you got an even shorter burst and then nothing.
Absolutely. And that's another act of God. Well, no, that will always land at the feet of the then Redskins. They played him when they shouldn't have. That was a Grant Hill situation that his absolute need to help this team succeed when he was young shortened his career. It just did.
But the other part of it is and I guess you could if you look back at that draft, Russell Wilson went in that draft, and he's going to be the guy who has the most success out of that draft class.
He got the ring, didn't he?
But I always say, well, if he's a bust, like who could you have taken instead that would have been better? And he's the only one that's even reasonable to consider. I mean,
it's so difficult because,
and he went in round, 4?
Yeah.
So that would have been like people would have looked at him crazy.
I've been as wrong as the highest paid professionals looking at the same thing, and I've been absolutely right when highly paid were wrong. It is such witchcraft, and I do believe it's such happenstance that you have to be in the right place at the right time with the right coordinator and the right atmosphere and the right receivers and the right linemen. And if you aren't, you have to be so much better that it's just there's a lot of really good quarterbacks, a lot of dudes that could really spin it that were selling insurance in 4 years just because they landed in the wrong spot.
And there's still there's a lot of Cam Ward left. And
I'm not out
see.
on him.
But my God, what I've seen so far is this dude looks overwhelmed by the NFL, and
it shouldn't be that surprising when you look at the progression.
And then the press conference, we're like, if we keep it at buck, we ass.
Well, I liked that though. He expects more, but he has to remember he was the finishing piece on 2 highly successful programs. He landed there because all we need is a quarterback.
Yeah,
and so the place was set. And they need more than a quarterback. I mean, they need everything.
No doubt.
So he's back to where he was when he was at Incarnate Word, the best guy on a bad to average team.
Through 5 games, his QBRs have been 10, 30, 32, 29, and 37. That ain't good.
No.
That ain't good. All right. Yeah, it has been ugly. So far, ugly so far. And yeah, it's somebody in the Brigade Bar, like there's some people making a good point here, like 31 Eagle fan. Remember what Houston did to David Carr.
They killed him.
Sometimes you were put into such a bad situation that it's almost impossible to succeed.
I agree. And it's just a matter
the guys that overcome that, it's like those guys deserve a lot of credit.
And you wonder if he'd have worked when he was working out for the team right in front of the Texans, if he'd have just completed one pass, if they'd have taken Carr, whoever that was, and the whole world would have been different. He lands at a place where he's protected and could utilize that golden arm that he did in fact have his rookie and second year. He could drop it wherever he wanted to put it, but his brain was jelly in 4 years.
Where do we put Joe Burrow?
Dude,
if we keep having injuries, especially,
promise. He might get thrown on that pile of.
He's in the Andrew Luck.
What could have been, yeah.
There's a lot of similarities between Joe Burrow and Andrew Luck right now.
And it's funny how I will look at them entirely different. But if there is that the injuries at the end of the day limit Joe Burrow, he will have. In fact, you look at Cincinnati and you ask the question: is there a net negative here? Are you better off for having him over the last 6 years? Because you're going to be right back where you started and probably worse.
Yeah. And we are now at a point where in the last 20 years, the last 20 NFL drafts, do you know how many number 1 overall picks have won a Super Bowl?
I can't. You think it's probably over 50%. It should, but that's just not the math. That's just not how it works in this league. There's bad teams that stay bad.
Matt Stafford is the only quarterback taken in the last 20 years.
And that was 08?
That was 09.
09?
Yeah. In the last 20 years that went number 1 overall that's gone on to win a Super Bowl.
And it wasn't for the team.
Not the team that drafted him, no. But yeah,
Just don't do it. Just say no. Turn around. Don't drown. Don't do it.
If everybody's drafting these quarterbacks to save their franchise and you're all fighting for the number 1 pick.
I say that.
You have to do it. You have to do it.
It's this year. It's Mateer. All he's got to do. It's Mateer. I'm telling you, he's the guy.
No,
it's not him. It's Dante. He's the guy. I'm telling you. No, it's not him.
I don't know.
It's Carson. He's the guy.
I don't know who it is, but it ain't those guys.
Oh, he's the guy.
It ain't those guys.
It's this kid in Austin.
And if you go back,
seen this Manning guy in practice? Oh,
yeah. And if you go back 25 years. You only add in Eli Manning.
And even Eli Manning kind of staggered through. It took him a couple years to get going.
Eli Manning's one of those, if he didn't have those 2 Super Bowl wins, we might be talking about him as a bust. Instead, we're talking about him as a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely. Right? I mean, he'd make a great post career, but we'd be having an entirely different discussion. He did kind of stumble through to start.
All right. Let's give away some Yacht Rock review tickets. Yacht Rock Forever Tour, February 27th at the Aztec Theater. You know what? I'm going to give these away on the Brigade Bar. If you were listening yesterday, you're going to know. I'm thinking you go all the way back to yesterday's show. That's because I know these Brigade Bar folks. They're loyal. They're listening every day. Yesterday, we played a song in the last hour that Rob was convinced had a lady singing, but it was a dude.
Still convinced. I don't care what.
Now here's what I want: first person in the Brigade Bar to name the song and the band and spell the band's name correctly. You can't just you're going to win tickets to the Yacht Rock Review, Yacht Rock Forever Tour, February 27th at the Aztec Theater. 2 tickets for you right there.
It's not Milli Vanilli.
It's not Milli Vanilli. Would that be Milly Vanilli? No, that would have been wrong too. All right. I'm going to tell you about Carbach. You may be able to get some Carbach over there at the Aztec Theater. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can get Carbach at the Aztec Theater.
Hopadillos everywhere, baby.
Oh, yes. Hopadillos everywhere. Love Street is everywhere. That's their Cole-style blonde. That is their best seller. You're going to find that all over town. Just a smooth, crisp, easy drinking beer, man. And Hopadillo, like Rob mentioned, that's their flagship IPA, sort of an English IPA, very delicious. And then Crawford Bock is the other beer you're going to be able to find pretty much all over town as well. One of those 3 beers at almost every bar or restaurant you're going to go to. And if they don't have Carbach, you should probably be wondering what you're doing there anyway. I mean, I guess if you're like at a McDonald's or something, they don't serve beer. That makes sense. But any other place, they don't have an excuse because Carbach has made their presence felt in San Antonio. They say, we are in this market. We're going to be everywhere. You can get it in all the grocery stores. You can get it in all the liquor stores. But it is in a ton of bars and restaurants as well. And right now, in the liquor stores and grocery stores, they've got some great seasonals going right now. They call them their Fun Series beers. Carbachtoberfest is fantastic. And you're running out of time on that thing. It is one of the best Oktoberfest beers you're going to find, an old school Marzen style beer, and then the pumpkin and lager, if you like a little more of that fall flavor, that's in there as well. So go check them out at your local stores, but especially when you're out and about this weekend watching football, go ahead and ask your bartender to please make it a Carbach.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Imagine owning coastal land with ocean views and world-class fishing just off Matagorda Bay. Well, dream no more. This Saturday, October 11th, mark your calendars for our fall one-day coastal land sale at Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point. We're unveiling incredible coastal properties. We're talking 1+ acres with ocean access for just $49.9 and waterfront properties starting at just $99.9. Wow! This gated community boasts a waterfront resort-style pool and cabana, your own boat slip and launch with paved roads and underground utilities. It's all happening this Saturday, October 11th. Unbeatable values. 1+ acre with ocean access, just $49.9. Texas coastal waterfront properties from $99.9. Call now for your private tour at 210-853-0389. Excellent financing is available. Call 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things, like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost. Exactly what you unexpected.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I don't know if I should say congratulations on the tie. I mean, it beats one of the alternatives. I mean, so it's a good football team you guys had a tie with.
Yeah, and you've been asked a lot. Would you change the rules?
You know, again, would I change the rules? I don't know. I mean, I maybe would add a little bit more time to overtime. Again, I think at the end of the day, whether you win, lose, or tie, man, this league, there's always something humbling coming around the corner versus the next opponent, so you got to get ready.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Her name is Noelle.
You're going to tell me this is a dude.
Dream about her, she rings my bell. Got gym class in half an hour, oh how she rocks. In Keds and tube socks, but she doesn't know who I am.
No dude says Keds and tube socks.
And she doesn't give a damn about me.
What's funny is, Vic, you put this on the, you said get the Shazam app ready. But they can't even hear this music on the YouTube.
No, they listen to it on the radio, too.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody remembers the falsetto, but nobody knew who the band was or what the song was.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What's her pronouns? Does she use other pronouns?
No,
she, he,
he's
they?
a him.
It's a him.
Is they a they?
He is
He
a
had a
him.
dream
Is he
about
a they?
the girl named
She a they?
Noelle.
Them? Is them a they?
Her boyfriend's a dick. He brings a gun to school and he'd simply kick my ass if he knew the truth. He lives on my block and he drives an IROC and he doesn't know who I am.
There you go.
I'm still seeing a girl. Sorry.
We're gonna rock this the whole way to Mexico today.
Dude, by the way, for those that don't know, we're going on a barbecue fandango as soon as the show is done.
Oh, yeah.
What's the? You have it mapped out, right?
Yeah.
So what's? Where are we going first?
Butters in Sinton, Texas.
So we're going to Sinton.
Yep.
Home of the
Butters?
No, I was going to say the
Butters
Victoria's
barbecue.
the Stingerees. Sinton's the
Pirates.
The Pirates, that's right. So we're going to Sinton, and then where are we going after that?
We're going
Butters
to
and Sinton.
San Juan, Texas.
And from Sinton to San Juan. And that's valley stuff, right?
That's 956.
Now we're down in the valley.
We're in the dirty valley.
And then from there we're going to Weslaco.
From San Juan to Weslaco,
which I think is probably about 5 miles.
Okay, so we have to pace ourselves in there.
Yeah.
And what's the distance between Sinton and San Juan?
That's probably 2 hours.
Okay.
So we're looking at like probably an hour and a half from here to Sinton. Maybe maybe 2 hours.
I'm taking that bus trip. Yeah, probably 2 hours.
Okay, and then probably about 2 hours to the valley from there, and then
never done anything like this before.
All right, man. Well, welcome to the club.
You've done stuff like this before.
Oh, I have. Yeah, I have. Famous James is coming with us,
and he packed snacks.
And he was like, he texted me last night, and he had all these questions. First of all, I was like, dude, you're making this a way bigger thing than it needed to be. He's like, dude, you told me it was a fandango. And I said, no, I didn't. I've never said anything is a fandango. I've never called something a fandango. He said, that must have been Rob. I said, that was certainly Rob. And so this dude said, can I bring my gun? And I said, I don't care. Just don't shoot me with it. Do I need to bring my passport? No, I wouldn't go to Mexico with you. I told him I don't trust going to Mexico with him because
and a case of condoms.
And
gun, passport, and a case of condoms.
So Famous James shows up today. He's like, I got a bag packed. I was like, what do you mean a bag packed? I was like, this is a day trip, dude. We're not spending a night anywhere. He's like,
well, that's what you think.
He's like,
it's like Gilligan's Island.
I got everything to make Bloody Marys.
3-hour tour, baby.
Fresh limes. And I'm like, I was like, okay. I said, you realize I got to drive, and I don't drink Bloody Marys.
You have another liver?
And then he's like, and then he says, I brought extra socks and underwear,
and
too.
Underwear.
Like,
now, keep in mind, Famous
why?
James is a traveling musician, literally toured with all the bands that you think of if you're a Texas music type.
Oh, yeah.
He has traveled and toured with all of them. He's a musician.
For years, yeah.
And whenever you travel with musicians, I think they look at the road very differently.
Yes.
Because...
especially when you call it a fandango.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean to in the grandest sense, but you never know.
Yeah.
We are headed into the region where you never know what happens down there.
I don't even know if they do the donkey shows anymore.
I haven't been to Matamoros.
I don't remember I haven't been to Mexico since I was in high school, I don't think.
Me too. I was a senior.
Oh, and kids, you'll never know the glory of spring break South Padre on the other side of the river.
Oh, yes.
Up until they killed and ate that
everywhere.
kid.
The things those senoritas do.
Yeah, there's tortas everywhere.
Tortas both.
And gorditas
And
también.
gordita, all of it right there. And some
Yes.
chicle to wash away the taste.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Nom, 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 nom.
Until they ate that dude. It was a lot of fun.
That's true. I hate when people eat
I hate
meat.
witchcraft and
I don't do it
cannibalism.
anymore.
I'm staunchly anti.
I'm against that.
And I want the people to know that.
Yeah, I think rightfully so.
I think so.
Hey, a lot of people asking, why aren't you wearing an Aggie shirt today? It's a game day Friday. Like, what's going on here?
Well, I wasn't sure what I was going to wear tomorrow, so I didn't want to screw it up.
Okay. You thought maybe you'd run out of Aggie shirts?
Well, I have them.
No, he won't run
That's
out.
what I'm saying. Like,
No, but I'm not sure. I'm very. I'm only going to wear the shirts that I've worn so far with the winter. I'm not going to change the rotation, so I'm going to be wearing something I've already worn.
Okay.
And I just wasn't sure what I was going to grab, but I do have my belt on.
Oh, an Aggie belt. Okay.
Well, you can't tell, but the Jonas do.
Okay. Well, we don't need to see
I
that.
can show you that if you'd like to. I got the Aggie banana hammock on.
Okay.
I want you to guess where Reveille is.
Do you have an Aggie tattoo?
Kinda.
What is it?
It's Aggie. It's Kappa Sig and A&M kind
Okay.
of rolled together. Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have like a.
I don't have a singular Aggie or SEC.
Remember that the old mascot of the Aggie,
Old Sarge, yeah.
They don't. Why don't you use that
Oh,
mascot
they still
anymore?
do.
I
Old
never
Sarge.
see him.
In fact, this weekend is a throwback weekend. They're wearing the uniforms they wore back. They started it in the 70s. They were still wearing it late into the 80s and 90s. It's the skinny tee A&M.
Okay.
So we're getting some throwbacks this weekend.
Okay.
You'll notice that for those aficionados, you'll notice that the stripes, which are normally go around the arm, on these ones they go down the arm.
Oh, what a change!
It's
What a
huge,
change.
huge. For A&M, man, we do it 3 times. It's a tradition.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
this is a big deal.
When I was a kid, that big Sarge, I always saw him.
He's still around.
I never see that mascot
They kind of
anymore.
brought it back a couple of years ago in a lot of their stuff, but if you walk into the right,
You're doing this right. He kind of looks like Popeye.
See when you while we're on the thread, whenever you see the videos and they're making fun of yell leaders, and they're at midnight yell, they're always telling a little story for you. And old Sarge, old Sarge the other day. It's when you see the yell leader walking around and putting their leg
Old
up.
Sarge!
Well, not that. They always say, I got a little story for you, Ags. And it's kind of like this speech, and it's always about old Sarge.
Okay.
And that's him. So he still lives. It's just, yeah.
Now, if A&M ever wins a national title, will you get a tattoo of that?
I'm gonna face tat. I'm going Post Malone on this.
Okay. Look, could you maybe get old Sarge right here?
I might. Dude, I can't imagine. I mean, there have been several, existential, extraordinary moments in my life, and the Spurs title in '99 ranks right up there.
Mm-hmm.
And my allegiance to them is certainly deeper than A&M. But
really?
Oh man, I was a Spurs fan since I was 8.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I can't imagine the feeling of winning a national title with that football. I mean, talk about some pin-up stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the Aggies going to lose their minds if it ever happens.
You're due for that kind of the way I'm due for a Bills Super Bowl.
Probably. It's one of those things where, when the Spurs in '99, where you've been close so many times and done all the right things and all the bad things happen to you. And when it finally cuts loose, it is literally, I cried. I mean, I'm a grown-ass man, and a basketball team won, and I cried.
Like for me, like when I was a little kid, the Rockets won two championships, and that was like, oh yeah, my team is always going to win.
Oh no.
And then when the Astros won their World Series, it actually was
the
like,
Astros.
it
that
felt,
first one,
I felt
that
something
first
because it
one,
was like,
that
was one I'd been waiting on.
That's as close as it's been, and that's still a distant.
And then
Spurs.
when the Knights won, it was fun.
But dang, that right out the gate.
It was like,
man.
I wasn't like it wasn't something I was born to, and like I didn't like I really hadn't ridden any lows with them, so it was just cool. The Bills winning would be like a different level thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine that's how you would feel.
Oh,
as an
I can't
Aggie.
even fathom what that would feel like, because it's been just close enough to be agonizingly ripped from our hearts over and over and over and over.
Now, I vote if they lose in the national title game, you still get the tattoo and claim the national championship.
I might go if they make it. You know what? It's kind of like when you first make it and you win the title, but you bought all the gear, but but you never wear the conference title stuff. I think you should be forced when you lose the title. You have to go get like conference title, not championship, conference. Tattooed on, just as a reminder that you didn't quite make it. I remember going to the Eagles Stadium, and they legitimately had like painted onto the walls because they had no titles to brag about, like NFC Conference Champion. You're like, that's what you put on your wall. That's all you got.
Yeah. What's funny? I took a picture of this too. I think I still have the picture in my phone because I was like, what the hell? The Texans on opening day one year put it was. I think it was supposed to say AFC South champions. But they put on their big screen, like their screen that wraps around the stadium, AFC champions. And I was like,
this isn't right.
You can't do this. You can't claim this.
Just because you say
a lie.
It doesn't mean it's real.
That's a lie.
So, and even if it is, if that's all you got to hang, wait till you get a title. You don't celebrate second place. You just don't. You remember it, but you don't celebrate it.
Well, I think if A&M wins the SEC, you should get an SEC champions hat.
No.
That would be a great feat.
It would be nice, but that's not the ultimate.
Is this true? A&M hasn't been ranked number 1 in a poll since 1957?
Yeah, that's true.
What?
I can't. I'm 57. Shoot, you could have told me all time, and other than that those other 3 titles we won.
Dude.
No, it's true.
No, I had no idea on that.
Yeah, all of that. So when you start speaking of this mythical national title, we're talking about like Mordor. I'm not even sure it's real.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think, hell, if they make it to number one at all, you should get a number one tattoo.
Well,
that's the
or
at least a T-shirt.
You don't resist that until you actually hang the trophy.
Okay,
resist it. I learned the lesson.
All right,
resist it.
I mean,
there's no glory in second place. I celebrate third a whole lot more than second.
Why?
Because third, man, you're almost there, brother.
You'd rather be the team that,
like, damn, I was in the room and I didn't get it.
That's true. And second means you probably lost a title game.
You whiffed. Yeah, it doesn't. Probably it does mean that. But if you ended second, that sucks. Third, you're like, dude, we were almost there, man. So close. Let's go get a beer.
The year that it was, who was it? It was Texas. Was it Texas, USC, and Auburn were all undefeated that year, and Texas and USC played for the title, and Auburn got left out. And that
sucks. No, I'd like the opportunity. And to have lost and end up in third, it really is the best way to go out other than winning. Second place.
Yeah, that's no good. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we will start previewing the weekend in the NFL. We got plenty to get to. Coach Schottenheimer is going to join us at 8:30 to talk about the Cowboys game. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, lazy dog owners, I'm talking to you. You're like me, probably. I love my dog. I love everything about him. I don't like giving them baths. So one of the best thing about going to Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit when they spend the evening away, when I'm out having my fun, is I get them back and they have bathed them, they have clipped the nails, they smell good, and they're just as happy as they look. That's what I love about Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit is my dogs love going there, and believe it or not, they come back in better shape than when I left them. They take care of your dogs, and at the end of the day, isn't that the highest responsibility you can offer for a dog lover? And Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has my absolute trust. I've taken my dogs there several times. Let me tell you, the first time I walked in there, they got a full evaluation. They let them go look and take a look with their expert dog types and see who they should be playing with, whether their levels of aggression and how they play with others. It matters, and you know comfortably that that's what's going to happen. And when they do play, man, they got acres. Well, not quite acres, but 70,000 feet of square footage of indoor-outdoor fun. Like I said, they've got all the equipment and stuff for grooming. They've got training if you need that. They're there for you on the long-term stage, the short-term. They got the video stuff if you want to make sure you're watching them all the time, knowing comfortably that's where they should be. The tuck-in treatment, I could go on and on. It's Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. They're on 35 just outside of 1604. A hop, skip, and a jump from the airport. If you're heading out of town, easy. If you're heading north, go stop by. Let me tell you, they are indeed our official dog spa. And I'll be taking my dogs there next week, by the way. If you're brand new, go to mybuckandbiscuit.com. There's some discounts to be found. I just can't recommend them enough. They take care of my dogs. Let them take care of yours, and I'm sure you'll come by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. It is mostly road work to cause you some delays this early morning. 1604 westbound, the on-ramp from 281. That's blocking the entrance ramp. Stop and go along 1604 northbound, the connector to northbound 35. That is blocked. And 1604 southbound, connector to northbound, southbound 35. Roadwork has those connector ramps closed. Now, this stall on I-10 eastbound Vance-Jackson, that's off to the left shoulder, so main lanes are getting by. And on 90 eastbound General McMullen, disabled vehicle right shoulder blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Injury Attorneys, available 24/7.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
When it comes to keeping your pumps running smooth, L&S Pump Repair has you covered. 24/7 on-site service for saltwater disposal and pump repairs. From Quintaplex to H-Pumps, they've got parts ready and the skills to get you back in the game fast. Need a whole new pump package? L&S builds custom skid packages too. Don't let knocking pumps or slow flow slow you down. Call L&S Pump Repair 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio. Football season's in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. You can make picks and win money right now in Texas, and it's so easy. Pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Get it right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. It's so easy, guys. Is Javonte Williams going to score a touchdown this weekend? Is Dak going to go higher or lower on his touchdowns? And it's not just football, baseball, UFC, basketball. They've got it all. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ALAMO, ALAMO. You'll score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Macy's Star Deals Week is back. It's one incredible week packed with epic savings on the best fall styles. That means luxurious 100% cashmere sweaters are now just $79.99. The latest beauty from Shiseido, Mac & More, $30 off every $150 you spend. Plus, exclusive online-only daily flash deals and so much more. It's the one week you really can't miss. Macy's Star Deals Week is going on now. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Hi. My name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday evening at 6. The Aggies take on the Florida Gators. Presented by Just Pots. Pre-game at 5 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying.
Did this make the list?
Partying.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It didn't make the list?
No.
Wow.
No, it didn't. Unfortunately. Fun. Anytime you go fun in a song, it's probably not going to make it.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. That's all right. Still fun. This is going to be us kicking in the front seat.
I can't wait.
When we go on our road trip, which seat can I take? Which seat can I take?
Having fun.
It's Friday. Got to get down on Friday. It's going to be you, Rob. You're going to get in the front seat. Jimmy in the back seat.
Just having fun. Talking about boys. The big game.
Partying. Yeah! Yeah! Everybody's having fun. All right. Yesterday was Thursday. She knows that. How does she always know that?
It's in the song.
She always knows that, it seems. I know. All right. We've got a big weekend of NFL ahead of us. That Eagles-Giants game, that was just the tip. I saw where there's like
We're now down to 48 or 47 consecutive days of football.
Oh, we're running out of time.
Well, not down. I'm just saying it started. Day before yesterday was 49.
I want it to never
The
end.
longest stretch of the year is right now of consecutive football games.
We're right there in it, baby.
Of days. We even have football Tuesday, Wednesday from here on out.
Right there in it. All right, Broncos at Jets in London. Jolly old London. In Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Not in Wembley. They're playing in Hotspur. The Broncos are 6.5 point
I used
favorites.
to think that these were actually in different towns. I didn't realize this is all in London.
It's all in London.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're all
we've
in
got
the same place.
more than one stadium here in our town.
But they have like 4, I think. Sure, why not?
Broncos 6.5.
Yeah.
Kind of feels that way too. I'm not
I
sure
think the
what
Jets
I'm missing
just
here.
landed.
I think the Jets suck.
They
man.
suck. The short week. They got their ass kicked. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff to lead into this being just a terrible football game.
I think they're quitting on their coach.
I wouldn't. Players will always, if they know the best guys aren't playing, if they know down the line this guy's playing for ego, for pay, for friendlyship or whatever it might be. No, you quit because your coach. You look at them like you're hamstringing us, man.
Yeah.
You're not even trying. Why should I? Other than good film keeps me paid. I'll do that much, but 101%? No, not going to do 101. I'll do 100%.
Seahawks are at Jacksonville. Seahawks 1.5 point road favorites. I think I like the Jags here. I think these two teams are both kind of equal. Like they're both kind of heading the same direction. I like them both, but I get the home team catching points.
That was it was a good win. It was it's one of those signpost win for Jacksonville. But we can't deny the fact it was pretty cringeworthy. It was pretty goofy the way it all went out.
Yeah, but when you watch that game, it felt like it never felt like they were
you're right.
not the right side.
But there was nothing more apropos than how they won that football game. That how Trevor fell down twice and then got up and ran in. That really kind of defines what his Jacksonville career. This might be the touchdown run after the first 4 years were him laying on the ground.
But they are sitting
flopping around like a fish.
4-1.
I just feel I don't know. I'm afraid that same awkwardness that powered them to the victory could end in absolute disgrace. That he could do something so absolute, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm a believer.
I think that they found the right coach who's also rather cringeworthy. That Duval crap, that's just weird. But who am I to say as an Aggie?
Thank you.
Awkward was enough, and maybe that'll be enough against Big Head and the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. Sam Darnold has been. You could make an argument has been the best quarterback in the NFL this season. There are some metrics that line up to him being.
And at some point, when do you get to stop being surprised? Is it 2 years worth?
I don't know. I think
I don't know either because I'm still surprised.
It might take me a while to not be surprised. He is the number 2 graded quarterback in PFF behind Marcus Mariota, who hasn't started every game. So he's the number 1 amongst quarterbacks who have started every game. He is the number 2 quarterback in QBR, trailing only 2025 Sam Darnold, which is Daniel Jones.
So take away the end of last year. Take away that.
The playoff game?
Yeah, take away the end. Yeah, don't let's not count that. But everything else with 2 teams, 2 different coaches.
Going up roses.
At some point, we got to start expecting this.
No, I think it's one of the better games of the weekend.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
If you had told me Jacksonville, Seattle was going to be a must-watch game in Week 6, I would have said you're crazy.
Is Seattle going to wear something throwback? Oh, that was last week.
They're on the road. They're not wearing anything
cool. That throwback
for
they
sure.
wore last week was awesome.
Yeah,
I love the old school.
Okay.
I loved it.
The Cardinals are at the Colts. Colts are 7.5 point favorites. That line has shifted on the news that Kyler Murray is questionable at best.
This is what's the injury they're using? Concussed?
Foot.
A foot.
They're looking
it's
at
lodged in his ass.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Dislodge it from his mouth. This could be we're throwing dirt on the Cardinals kind of game. Look what the Colts did last week to a wounded team.
This is bad news. If Kyle and Jacoby Brissett's the backup, which is
it might help.
You've got a decent backup, but if Kyler Murray does play and his foot keeps him from running, I've got no interest in backing Kyler Murray.
No,
but at the same time,
even if he does play, I don't have a whole lot of interest in backing Kyler
at the same
Murray.
time, I'm not thrilled about the idea of the Colts suddenly being like more than a touchdown favorites over teams. Like, let's slow it down a little.
Okay, with the same question. At what point do you start going, this is the Colts, that they're 45 points a game?
Okay. Well, they put up 33 on the Dolphins. They put 41 on the Titans. They put 40 on the Raiders.
Well, I'm just saying.
The rest of their opponents have been have had a pulse, and they've been held to normal games or lost.
The Cardinals, they're decent. Their defense is better than those three. If they do it again,
certainly.
If they do it again, do we start going?
Yeah, I'd have to give them some credit.
Yeah.
I'd have to give them some credit.
I don't know.
I think Indy's good. I just think, are they 7.5 points better than?
Well, I think there's a combination of things going on here. I don't know which way the
Cardinals are a competent team.
I think they have been. I'm not sure if they will continue to be. I think the last time I saw them, that was not competent.
That's fair. Chargers are at Miami. Chargers 3.5 point favorites.
Dude, you know what? You kind of got an excuse after last night. You kind of can go, see, those guys aren't that bad.
Yeah.
But you got to win this, dude. You got to win this.
I like the Chargers. The Dolphins cannot rush the passer without blitzing.
I don't care if they can. You got to win this football game.
The Chargers, who are banged up on the offensive line, I think the Dolphins may try to blitz to make something happen. The problem is, if you blitz Justin Herbert, you lose.
You better, yes, all of this. You got a nice softer landing pad because the Giants are obviously better than we thought.
Yeah.
There's no kind of getting around that. But it's still just a reason or an excuse. You failed, and you set yourself back last week, and you're playing a bad football team. Beat them.
Patriots are at the Saints. Patriots minus 3.5 on the road.
I like them, man. I know. That I am such a believer in what I saw Drake May do. That he's a spark plug, man. There's something that I think that Vrabel's going to let the momentum go here against a Saint team. They don't really want to win. I think it's fun winning, but that doesn't do them any good.
I want to know what's going on with Alvin Kamara.
He's old. I'll tell you what it is. He's old.
From what I understand, he's questionable to play. That would worry me. But I don't think the Patriots are good enough that I'm making them a road favorite yet.
I happen to, for some bizarre reason, have both of these Saints wide receivers on my Mambo King roster.
I'm sorry.
It was not by design.
Olave and
Rasheen.
Shaheed.
Shaheed. They're putting points on the board. I mean, just by
Spencer Rattler's been better than I thought he was.
Just by output, they are moving the football. But I just think this New England team kind of turned a corner last week. I think that this is one of those games that if I'm Vrabel, this is one of those toughness checks. I want to see where we are because there's still a lot of you guys who aren't going to be here next year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you guys, I'm still building this thing, and you got to prove to me that you're worth the effort.
Browns are at the Steelers. Steelers up to 6.5 point favorites. I full transparency, I bet Pittsburgh minus 4.5. I would still lean them anything under a touchdown. I just think the Steelers coming off a bye and the Browns coming off a trip to London and going straight into a game. And remember, they were in Detroit the week before.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is just this is quite frankly a mismanagement because the NFL gives every team that plays overseas the option to have a bye the next week.
Well, I think the Jets, when they said no, that's on them, man. It's your fault. I get the strategery behind this because you saw Pittsburgh, and I will say this. How many times this year will the Steelers be able to comfortably say, I think we've got the best quarterback on the field?
That's not going to happen very often.
So that alone is enough for me, whether off bye week, in bye week.
And as good as Cleveland's pass rush is, and I make fun of Aaron Rodgers all the time, the one thing he still does at an elite level is get the ball out fast.
Yeah, so that
now he's got the lowest ADOT in the league. It's dink and dunk, but he's not. When Myles Garrett gets to him, he ain't going to have the ball.
That's my belief. So I like Pittsburgh just because if you're going to pick them, you better pick them when they have the best quarterback on the field.
Here's another team that I'm not sure should be laying 3.5 points on the road, but the Dallas Cowboys find themselves in that position, laying 3.5 at the Panthers. I lean to the Panthers here. I think Dallas, if they win this game, I think it's on a long field goal by Aubrey.
Probably.
I think the Cowboys, we're looking at their offense and going, wow, that's amazing, and just pretending like the defense isn't dreadful. And just because it didn't look completely dreadful last week when you played against the Jets, the Panthers have a pulse.
Yeah,
this is a team with real team speed on the outside. They can burn you on the outside, this team.
Agree with all of that. And this is also Shoddy's first time to be coaching a front runner. Let's see if this team can actually build on success, because bad teams normally don't.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what his game plan is for these guys. And I'm also interested to know how many yards Javonte Williams runs for.
Oh, by the way, Shoddy will be here in about 30 minutes, so you might want to hang around.
We'll have a good talk with him. We'll pick up on the other side. And by the way, Javonte Williams, how many rushing yards will he have? That's the stat of the day.
That matters.
We'll you know what? We'll do that. We'll do that in the 9 o'clock hour today.
After we hear from Shoddy, he might give you some pointer.
He might give you some
idea.
advice.
Yeah.
We'll look at the rest of the NFL schedule on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
L&S Pump Repair knows that San Antonio is at the heart of Texas's oil and gas industry. We've got over 90 oil and gas extraction businesses here in the area. That means thousands of workers, tens of thousands of hours, and millions of dollars are on the line every day right here in our area. And you need to have a partner that is going to make sure you are running all the time out there. You cannot afford downtime when you're in the oil and gas business. L&S Pump Repair, they are your trusted partner for all your pump repair needs. They keep your operation moving around the clock. They've got 24/7 on-site service. They're never sleeping, baby. And even more importantly, they have all the parts on site. You don't have to sit around, waiting days to get parts in. They keep these parts stocked. That is a huge deal. So if you've got a knock-in pump or you've got low flow, L&S offers flat rate preventative maintenance. You can avoid the surprises. Keep your pumps running at their peak. Avoid that downtime. Keep things running smooth. Call L&S Pump Repair. That's 936-853-3810. Write that down, 936-853-3810. Tell them AJ sent you. It's L&S Pump Repair, keeping San Antonio's pumps and operations in top shape 24/7. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Introducing your new Dell PC with the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Like organizing your holiday shopping and searching for great holiday deals and customer questions and customers requesting custom things, plus planning the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC with all-day battery life to help you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/deals. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
Need a reason to call Thomas J. Henry Law after a car accident? How about $1 billion? Because Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. And why we're one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. Car accident? Visit ThomasJHenryLaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a sleep system that can help. And now, upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic mattress and get a $300 instant gift, plus $200 off a Tempur Ergo Smart Base. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money.
Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
All month long, celebrate National Dessert Month at Twin Peaks with sweet endings like Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cheesecake topped with rum chata sauce, or the Twin Peaks Sundae with vanilla ice cream and warm Ghirardelli brownies, and pair it with a Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, 35 upper level southbound just before I-10. Getting reports of an accident. It's got you stop and go from North St. Mary Street, 6-8 minute delay. Looks like this wreck is just before the Y. Right lane closed at the exit to Houston Street, plus the exit at I-10. That left lane is closed. 1604 northbound, the connector to northbound 35. This road work has the connector ramps blocked in both northbound, southbound directions. And then 1604 westbound, the on-ramp from 281. Road work blocking the exit ramp. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football gave us an old-time Big East battle as the New York Giants destroyed the Philadelphia Eagles 34-17 behind Cam Scattaboo's 3 touchdowns. I-35 is heating up as the Red River rivalry will take place on Saturday. 6th-ranked Oklahoma and the now newly unranked Texas go at it at 2:30 on Saturday on ABC. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. A lot of people saying on the Brigade Bar, but AJ, how can Carolina keep up? Bryce sucks.
I don't think he sucked.
I don't know. I don't know if he sucked. I don't think he sucks.
Last week.
I think he's okay. But what I do know is Russell Wilson sucks, and he threw for 450 on this defense. The only quarterback that did not have a season best day against Dallas was Justin Fields. And
they even scored 20.
Yeah, that's even iffy.
I'm saying all this. I still expect the Cowboys to win.
I do too. I just feel like it's a more competitive game than people think it's going to be.
At the very least, a shootout. I mean, at least in a shootout, meaning bet the over.
49.5. That's built in. It's going to cost you if you want to play the over. But the Panthers, I do think the speed on the outside, and Tet McMillan, if it weren't for Emeka Egbuka, Tet McMillan would be getting a lot of love as Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's been very good. this is a team that's got some weapons on the outside. They can. They proved it last week. They can run the football.
We said it Monday. Apart from the name Panther and Cowboy, the talent level is pretty even.
Yeah.
So that alone is enough to be of great concern. But I do think that the Cowboys have the difference being the Cowboys have an MVP candidate running around right now, and the Carolina doesn't.
No, I agree with that. I thought that this probably should have been like I'm not again when I pick a road or I pick a home dog, I'm usually just saying that the road favorite is being a little bit overvalued, and so normally for home field advantage I'll say a point and a half, 2 points. So if we said these teams were absolutely even, we'd be looking at Carolina -2.
And that, we're riding the.
So on a neutral field, and you got to understand, for a line to push from 2.5 to 3.5 is a massive, massive amount of move.
Now,
because the line doesn't, the books don't want to they don't want to go through that 3. That's the key number in the NFL. It takes a lot of money to push it through 3, to the point where you're saying that on a neutral field, the Cowboys would almost be 5.5, 6 point favorites.
Now Sunday, they do expect rain.
Yeah.
So that might make a little bit of a difference, because I know there's pretty good weather coming in on the Northeast. They're talking about flood levels, stuff going in. So I do think it's going to play a role in some games. They might be far enough south, but I do think at the very least for the Cowboys, weather would be a good thing. Because I think the Cowboys would much prefer to run the football and just kind of take care of the game and not have to worry about throwing it like that, and just kind of power football by default. I would feel more comfortable with that, but that's probably not in the cards.
Yeah. C-Note says, I'm not hating on Bryce. He's just not that good. You're right, but neither was Russ. Neither was Caleb Williams. Neither has Jordan Love been outside of the game that he played against the Cowboys. And again, Justin Fields threw for 283 and 2 touchdowns on you. And Justin Fields, he throws like he's left-handed, throwing with the wrong hand. I don't know. I think this is a pretty competitive game. In fact, like to the point where I'm excited to watch it, because I do think
noon game.
It's a noon game. Yeah. Rams at the Ravens. Rams are 7.5 point favorites, looking more and more doubtful that Lamar Jackson plays. And if he doesn't, I think the Rams might smash these guys.
That's also, if you're a DFS type, look at those Rams offensive players.
Oh, my gosh.
From Kyron to Puka and everything in between.
Kyron especially, because this team cannot stop the run. They're trading away defensive players, which is mind-blowing to me. No, I think the Rams, if Lamar doesn't play, and I'd wait until, wait until the last minute to bet this thing, but if Lamar's out, I think the Rams win this by probably more than 2 touchdowns. I think they probably blow them out.
The ugliest good team in football.
The Rams?
Yeah.
I agree. Titans are at the Raiders. Raiders are 3.5 point favorites.
Can we admit that this might actually be kind of fun to watch?
No,
actually,
this won't be fun.
No. This will be a competitive football game.
Like, who's going to throw more interceptions?
Whatever you want to wager on, whatever you might
get sacked
find.
More.
You got to find your own El Wapos. But this one, when you have 2 bad teams, it's like bum fights. Something fun might happen.
It's like all right.
I've got the toothless dude.
Put down half of a fifth of vodka, plastic bottle in the middle, and be like, "Hey, whoever wins gets this."
My money's on the 75-pound methed out granny.
Now, which one is that?
The 75-pound methed out granny. I think she's
is that the Titans or the Raiders? Okay. I'm not going to bet this game. Gun to my head, I'd bet the Raiders.
That's a bum fight.
Okay,
this is terrible. Like, I want you to think back though.
What time is this game?
It's also at noon.
Oh.
The Titans won that game against the Cardinals last week, 22-21. That game, if it weren't for such a comedy of errors.
Truth. The dumbest touchdown of the year, apart from the sea bass that we had from Trevor, was in that game. That was the dumbest touchback, actually.
And also the dropping the ball before the goal line.
The dumbest football game of the year. That's what I'm saying. It's bum fights.
And remember,
tell me that's not fun?
When all that stuff started to unravel, the Cardinals were beating the Titans 21-6. And the Cardinals, we just said, are like an average team at best. They were blowing this Titans team out.
I can tell you
it took a miracle for the Titans to win that game.
If you're like me and you enjoy Red Zone,
You ain't gonna see much of this game.
See much of this game.
You ain't gonna see.
You're going to see very few highlights from this game.
Yeah, there's not gonna be a lot going.
It's kind of like the Raiders didn't even play last week.
Actually, that game's at 3:00. I was wrong.
Okay.
I was wrong. Bengals are at the Packers. Packers 14.5-point favorites. Joe Flacco starting. I don't know that it's going to make much of a difference. 14.5 is too many points, though. The Bengals, I'm sworn off because I almost bet them last week, and thank God I didn't. But I can't lay 14.5 with a Packers team that ain't winning by that.
The Packers allow this team to stay close with the quarterback that literally got dropped off by Uber on Tuesday. You just don't live that stuff down. I mean, you got a quarterback that literally doesn't know the team's names.
No.
So that alone is enough. I think 14 is probably about right.
49ers are at the Bucks.
Oh,
gotcha. Bucks are -3.5. Give me the 49ers catching more than a field goal here.
The legend of Mac Jones.
Again, if 3.5 were the spread in every Bucks game, the Bucks would be 0-5 against the spread. They're 4-1. They have not won a game by 3 points yet. And now we're asking them to win by more than 3? Nah.
That's why I have a candle with Baker's face on it at my house.
And then the Sunday night football game, Chiefs hosting the Lions. Chiefs -2.5.
That's a massacre in the waiting, man.
You like the Lions?
I think the Lions might unleash some whoop ass this weekend.
I'll be on the Chiefs. I think the Lions' return to glory is so overdone. They beat the Bears. They beat the corpse of the Ravens. They beat the corpse of the Browns, and they beat the Bengals with Jake Browning. And we're like, oh, the Lions are back.
When they do it on Sunday night, will you agree with me?
Yeah. Okay. If they go into Kansas City and smash the Chiefs, I'll agree with you. I don't think they do, though. I like the Chiefs on Sunday night. All right, let's take a break. We'll talk some college on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You know, 'tis the season. The fall comes around, that heat goes away, and it's time to work the property. And whether you got new construction coming on, need rental or building equipment, Ewald Kubota is there for you today, tomorrow, and as long as you need them. See, that's what old John Ewald, he always says you can afford a Kubota. Really, the fact of the matter is you can't afford not to head over to Ewald Kubota because no reasonable offer is ever refused. The team at Ewald Kubota is going to take care of you from beginning to end. I've never met a group more determined to earn your business, and that's why they've been around so long in these parts of the woods. If you're getting stuff started and there's some equipment that you don't necessarily need to buy, but you certainly need fast, their rental equipment is by far the best. It's serviced the very way you'd want them. They'll bring it to you. They'll take care of it on property, and they'll come get it when you're done. That's what John Ewald does. He stands behind everything. And if you go ahead and buy the products you need, right now, if you're looking for, let's see, there's a Baylor series that they're going to double your warranty on the 2 years that you get. Ewald's going to take care of it for 2 years more. That's going on right now. If you're heading out to the lease and you need something to get you to and from the blind, there is no better product than the Ewald ATVs. All good deals, all being had. Let me tell you, it is the season to get the right equipment for the right job. And when you head over to Ewald Kubota, you're going to get that. And not only are you going to get the equipment you need, you're going to get the friendship and the service that you absolutely have to have in this day and age. From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The Cowboys are in Charlotte taking on the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium. Pregame starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagle. You know, summer is behind us, so now is the time to get your roof inspected and be ready for whatever winter has in store for us. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're a local, family-owned company. You know, the folks at Stevens Roofing deal with the same weather we do. Your roof protects your home. It protects your family. For comfort, confidence, and peace of mind, get your roof buttoned up for winter. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or go to stevensroofing.net.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. When you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you might not get a lot of wins, but the players, they're still playing. Which ones are overhyped, which ones aren't, you know that. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash. It is so good to be right. You know, last week following the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, the season isn't great, but Dak's throwing for numbers. I keep following. I love what's going on with Dak, and I would keep following the more than as we keep going through the season. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You love CD Lamb, you love Saquon Barkley, you can play him 3 different ways. And whether it's a friend or a celebrity partner or just someone whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create. It's a new feed there on Prize Picks. Listen, it feels great to be right, and being right on Prize Picks means money. Download the Prize Pick app today and use the code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. This is code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we're going to talk a little Proposition A and Proposition B.
CEO of Spurs Sports and Entertainment, R.C. Buford, will be on The Blitz at 4:35.
Looking forward to that. It is a Football Friday as well. Andrew Monaco joins us as well to talk Aggies football.
And it's Texas OU weekend. By the way, check your watch. OU still sucks.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Little loop music. Stretch music. Stretch. This is when you'd see like highlights in the background.
Yeah.
Maybe a kiss cam going on behind the sidelines. We're just stretching things out.
Thank you.
That's a celebrity cam at the
Wait,
game.
that guy's married. Oh, no, that's a different kiss cam. How you doing? Is this Steve Vai?
No.
No?
Starts with an E. Cliffs of Dover?
Oh, Eric Johnson. Yeah.
Oh, Eric Johnson. Yeah. Same vein. Yeah.
Cliffs of Dover.
I saw Eric Johnson play when he was like 16. Wasn't he touring when he was like a kid?
I don't know.
I think he was.
I mean, I wasn't alive then, so.
Jeez.
Yeah, I remember. Remember it like it was yesterday. He jumped off that wagon, went into the saloon,
bought him a
had
sarsaparilla.
a sarsaparilla, and a good old country whore.
All right, let's look at the college football games. We'll talk to Coach Schottenheimer coming up at the bottom of the hour. Big game of the weekend, I would say. Oklahoma at Texas. We have seen a flip of favorites. With the Mateer news yesterday, we're starting to see these 1.5s pop to the other side. Now, that's not like a huge move through 0. A lot of minus. You could get a -1 probably on either side of this thing. You're basically picking a winner here. I saw a stat that was pretty impressive, at least for what Texas has been able to do defensively in this series recently. Under Venables, Oklahoma has scored 37 total points. 34 of those were in one game, and they've given up 113 in those same games. So I am very hesitant to back Oklahoma until I know what's going on with Mateer. I feel like they're playing a lot of mind games here.
Well, that's true.
If Mateer doesn't play, though, I think Texas
he's going to play.
Well, I mean, the dude had surgery on his throwing hand.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying this is the right thing, unless this is the most masterful bait-and-switch false flag operation. He's going to play. Now, how ready he is to play, I don't know. We'll find out really quickly. I want to ask you, talent for talent, who's got more on the sidelines? This front-to-back total program.
I still think Texas slightly.
It's funny that we have to go slightly. It feels to me that too deep, that Texas has the edge here.
Dude, you know what the real difference is between last year's Texas team and this year's is the offensive line. And that's why, like, it is night and day. And it's funny that the people who are like the media, the national media that are, getting on Sark about, he didn't replenish the offensive line. Those are all the same people who voted Texas #1 in the preseason and said, everything's good. Like, you can't have it both ways. Like, you guys act like he did this great job, and now all of a sudden he didn't do anything with the offensive line. Well, you knew that when you said they were the best team in the country.
There was an assumption that they had become the likes like Bama, like Ohio State, that, yes, there's attrition, but the guy behind him was just as good, just needed a couple of reps to catch up, and that's not been the case. The guys behind them weren't just as good or needed a lot more reps. And, there was this false assumption that they had become this machine because of the successive great recruiting classes, that it really didn't matter, and it has.
This is going to be weird because if Mateer plays, which I still think is a big if he does play, I think we're going to see like 80% run by Oklahoma.
Well, after what I saw last week, that's not a bad game plan.
Yeah. And then Texas, I don't even know who's going to play running back for them. I don't know who's healthy enough to. They can't run block anyway.
Right. It's shotgun and get the ball in space fast.
This is such an interesting game. I don't have a good feel for where this game's going to go. The total's 45.5, which is super low. I want to say it's a low. And back in the day, when most of my life, the Red River game has been an automatic over.
Yeah,
and
but it's because it's been a blowout one way or the other.
Typically, yeah.
I don't see a blowout coming this week.
I don't see a blowout. I don't see a high-scoring game. I think this is going to be this could be like.
I like the flow, though. This OU's just riding a better wave right now.
They are.
You know what I mean? And we throw out the records, and I completely agree with that. The Jimmies and Joes are going to decide this. But it just feels like OU is kind of riding a wave, and Texas is trying to find it. And that's enough for me to give OU just a point or two.
I still trust Sark more than I trust Brent Venables.
Well, that's,
the gap is closing. I'll say that.
Well, and it's not because Venables has gotten better. I think it's Sark has been we got some questions.
Yeah. The other thing is, if I mean, this is Texas's season. This is it. They can't lose this game, whereas Oklahoma can lose this game and still, quite frankly, but has a path to the SEC championship game. But it's also hard for me to use motivation as a factor because I know that both these teams, they care about this game more than the other game on their
I just
schedule.
feel like I would like to see a really well-played football game. I think it's going to be a rock fight because of the quarterback play. But I think at the end of the day, OU's they're just riding a better wave. It's going to be close as all get out. A lot of fun.
I got to see Mateer actually. I might even have to play it live because I might have to see him take a snap.
Can you imagine the legend of Mateer if he comes back and throws a couple of touchdown passes and we see the stitches on his hand?
Dude, I mean, Oklahoma literally hired somebody from Dallas, like a regenerative hand specialist, and they've been doing this special treatment on him, like to basically create skin for him. That's what they've been doing, is like he's been sticking his hand in this machine that creates skin.
I saw it on Mission Impossible. They could make
that's what he's doing now.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's crazy. Ohio State's at Illinois. Ohio
Another
State,
fun one.
14.5-point favorite. Total's 50.5. Illinois. Well, first of all, here's the thing about Illinois. We were all quick to jump off the bandwagon because they got blown out by 50 against Indiana, and I was kind of off the bandwagon anyway, so it was real easy for me to. The win over USC is good, even though USC was really injured. USC was having to travel across the country. I just think the more I've seen of Ohio State, their defense is elite.
And they're getting better by the week. Their quarterback's getting more comfortable, and now they're comfortable on the road. The road doesn't matter to them.
I don't think so either.
Illinois might have been a thing if this was this freshman's first, but they just went to Washington and took care of business. This is not going to be much more than a speed bump.
I like the under in that game. All right, Vic's telling me to take a break. We'll finish up college football after we talk to Coach Schottenheimer. I'm going to tell you about Underdog Fantasy. That's right. I had Underdog going last night. And it was a successful evening, friends. I had Scattaboo to score a touchdown. That was a big one for me. And guys, all you got to do is pick your favorite player, whatever you think's going to happen in the game, higher or lower on their stats, and you pair them together. And if you win, you could win up to 5,000 times your money. It's so fun. It's so simple. It makes the games much more enjoyable, especially a game like last night where, I didn't expect it to be a real fun game. But it's fun when you've got money on the line there. And, guys, I've already got some spots circled for this weekend, including in that Texas OU game. If Mateer is in, I'm going to play lower on his passing yards just because I don't care if you're Superman. You're not coming back from a hand surgery and chucking it around the field like that. It's so fun. It's so simple to play. Download the app today. Sign up with my promo code ALAMO. And they'll give you $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and happy Friday. As you get into your morning commute, pretty much most all our major freeway systems are filling in, slowing down. Now, we do have an accident downtown. This could slow you down. 35 upper level, southbound before I-10. This wreck has you stop and go from St. Mary's. The accident is right before the Y. We've got the right lane closed right at the exit to Houston Street. Plus that exit to I-10, that left lane closed as well. Again, that's 35 upper level southbound just before you get to I-10, and it's going to set you back about 8 minutes or so. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. UMGC keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials replacing textbooks in most courses, reduced tuition rates for eligible service members and their families, and scholarships for those who qualify. Get started here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Prepare for a cosmic convergence like no other. Space SpaceCon 2025, landing in San Antonio October 24th to 26th. Meet legends from across the galaxies. Elizabeth Olsen, Brie Larson, Paul Bettany, Ian McDermott, Karen Gillan, Carrie Ann Moss, David Duchovny, and more. I've been waiting years for this. SpaceCon 2025. The universe is ready for you. Tickets available at spaceconsa.com.
The UTSA Roadrunners open American Conference play Saturday night against the Rice Owls in the Alamo Dome. It's homecoming. It's UTSA's annual Hispanic Heritage Game. Tickets on sale starting at $24 at GoUTSA.com or call 210-458-8872. UTSA versus Rice presented by HEB. Kickoff 6:30. Upon exit, fans will receive Taco Cabana UTSA Football 15th Season Cups. Get your tickets now at GoUTSA.com because when we win, San Antonio wins.
George gets justice. After an accident, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work, and the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you only pay if they win. Real help is within reach. Right now, call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Axeman and Bobcat, Cowboys from Hell. Come on! 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We'll get back into college football in a little bit because Coach Brian Schottenheimer expectant to join us here in the next few moments.
I've been doing my game prep.
Getting
ready for the game.
Oh, yeah?
You know
Stretching?
my pregame. No, I'm doing my pregame scouting. And I asked ChatGPT how the Cowboys are going to beat the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
And I think Coach should probably Google that. It says they should continue playing that MVP level with Dak and lean on this rushing attack with Javonte Williams, who has 5 touchdowns in 5 games, and then continue to utilize Jake Ferguson, who's having this remarkable season, against the struggling tight end coverage that Carolina offers. Also, Carolina, did you know, is last in the NFL in pressure rate. So this might be an opportunity, according to ChatGPT and its eminent wisdom, to maybe capitalize on the deep game a little bit with your wide receivers. Because it might be the first time this year that Dak's had some time, despite the fact that there's an injured offensive line.
If you recall, they once had a good pass rusher named Brian Burns. And
I watched him play last night. That kid's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
You think about trading him? Yeah, I'd think about it.
I'll tell you what, bro. Let's have ourselves like a Moscow Mule and talk about it, bro.
Let's talk, man.
Bro.
Let's have happy
That's
hour.
a cool half zip you got on there, bro. Do you like Brian Burns? Let's talk about it at the club.
Yeah, I'd be into that. I'd be into that. 2 first? No, man.
Bro.
No way. Come on, dude.
Bro, let's have a bush light and talk about it.
All right, a first. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. No, this is, to me, this is a real fascinating game for the Cowboys because I want to see them follow up. And
that's right there. That's, to me, the most interesting facet of this week is I want to see the Cowboys follow up. I want to see them take success, measure the success, and add to it. Yeah. That's what bad teams do to get good and good teams do to get great. And they're going from bad to good. And I want to see the continued progression. And I think for the last couple of weeks, away from the wins and losses and the ties, I think we can say the Cowboys, for the most part, have had an upward trend.
Well, after their first game, they played their worst game of the season. Like they beat the Giants, everybody's chest is out, and they got blown out on the road by the Bears. Now they're coming off their second win. Let's see what it looks like.
A couple of steps up, and I think as a Cowboy fan, a realistic Cowboy fan, who has it's a new thing to be kind of the favorite on the road, if you will. When was the last Cowboys got that? So and have the success to kind of back it up. So follow it up, man. Just build on the success. That's all I want to see.
Yeah, because this does feel a lot like. Remember people saying like, the Cowboys are, and I remember saying it on this show, saying the Cowboys supposed to be road favorites in Chicago? I was like, yeah, it's the Bears. The Bears stink. This feels a lot like that. Feels a lot like that. The Bears
there is
stink.
A little bit.
Panthers stink.
There is, but they do have some things they can lean on, and I think most importantly, the two things: Javonte, 5 touchdowns in 5 games, consistent running game, and we haven't talked enough about the utilization of Jake Ferguson and how important he has become in CD's absence. That he has become a safety blanket like we haven't seen since the prime Witten years. He's really a weapon now. And it had been a couple years since he scored, but that's not even what I'm worried about. It's just his availability to move the chains that has really mattered to the Cowboys.
Yeah, he's been incredible. And I wouldn't have expected it given the offensive line injuries. I would have expected him to have to kind of, be
a chipper.
Yeah, and he's done a really good job finding his way open. And obviously what Dak's done is phenomenal. Yeah. There's nothing short of phenomenal. But again, there's two sides of the ball, and we can say like there's nice stuff to say about the Cowboys offense every single week.
And yes, that's what we knew was going to have to be the case, and so far the Cowboys were basically what we thought they were, a very good offensive team that if they can manage to find a stop or two here and there, they're going to be in the game, but they're going to have to find a stop.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can find enough of them against Carolina. And again, this Carolina team, much like Dallas, a team that's starting to build a little bit of confidence, and much like Dallas, needs to be a little consistent because after their first win, they played their worst game of the season as well. They got blown out by the Patriots, and then they came back and won against the Dolphins. We'll see if the Cowboys can, or if the Panthers can find some consistency as well. Anytime,
I don't care what football team it is. You can beat a football team 30-0. I don't care who you played. It's an NFL football team. You blanked them and score 30. That was the moment everybody, I think, in Carolina and the rest of the NFL kind of started looking at Carolina like, all right, finally. They're finally beating a equal or lesser team in talent.
And they're also, I don't think there's a coincidence. They are 2-0 at home, 0-3 on the road. There's a team that plays well in their environment, and that's where you got to go into and beat them. I think they probably do have some confidence. I think this is going to be one of the better games of the weekend, honestly.
And, the thing about this is the perception of the Panthers will always be the little brother.
I know.
It just will be. And while it will be embarrassing to lose, I don't care. You lose to Bryce and the Panthers, every team would be. It's not the absolute disgrace it would have been.
It's not. I'm telling you, this team is better than, this is the team this is the worst team in football the last 3 years combined.
Let's go both sides of this coin as we wait for Coach Schottenheimer to finish his car wash fly. Cowboys go in and they lay the egg. We finally have the interceptions that Dak has avoided, and they just kind of get beat on all facets. What do we wake up thinking on Monday? Is it
sky is falling?
Well, no, and it's all matters how you lose, right?
Sure.
If they can't stop them, if it's one more game of 45 points,
if it's like the Bears game,
sieve. What do we wake up on Monday? Is it worth spending capital to get better this year?
Ooh, I would say no.
I would tend to agree.
By now, if by that point you've already lost, if that were to happen, you would have lost to the Bears and the Panthers games that you probably, if you were going to be competitive this year, you probably had to have to be competitive.
Same scenario, but the Cowboys blow them out. They still give a bunch of points, but they score a whole bunch. Is it worth spending
they beat the Giants?
They just roll 45, but they give up 35, and you go, this team, given what we just saw from Philadelphia, knowing that Washington's kind of banged up, maybe it's worth an investment this year.
I would look at that. Now, do I think Jerry's going to be willing to do that? I don't. I've seen Cowboy fan on Twitter. I've seen Trey Hendrickson might be available. Max Crosby might be available. Well, those guys are going to cost pretty much what Micah costs.
Right.
And
well, I will say I don't think the money was the problem. I think Jerry's perfectly willing to pay the money, or at least to an extent anyway.
Yeah.
That would be It would be out of the norm, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. I would say if they get a win this week and they win in spite of another bad defensive week, I would say it would be wise to start investing in that defense, because what I saw last night says the NFC East is open.
Yep. I completely agree, and I'm really curious. Once you see how much does the external factors deter or change your internal clock? I mean, if suddenly you see things crumbling around you, do you speed the clock up? Do you alter your plan? Or do you just feel comfortable enough with the plan that we're going to just stay the steady pace and really hope for the best, but plan for next year?
Because honestly, 2 weeks ago, I would have said, it doesn't really matter because the Cowboys aren't winning this division anyway. And now even the Cowboys, as flawed as they are, and I'm telling you, this is a very flawed team. I mean, they are really bad on one side of the ball. This division is open because the Eagles are not what we thought they were. So I think there is a real path. So I would like to see if they can get a win this weekend, I'd like to see the Cowboys make some investment on that defensive side of the ball. All right, let's go to the Buyers Barricade guest line, brought to us by AA Best Bail Bonds. It is the head coach of these Dallas Cowboys. Brian Schottenheimer joins us on the program. Good morning, Coach.
How we doing, guys? Happy Friday.
Oh, happy Friday.
We call it Friday around here, Coach. Friday.
Friday. Hey, well, I was coming into office this morning. And I was like, dang, I haven't listened to my Taylor Swift album, so I threw on a couple songs, and I would say it was solid.
It's okay.
Do it a little bit more intently, but yeah, I mean, I do like Cancel. That's solid. Father Figure's pretty good. But,
okay.
I wanted you guys to know I was doing my pregame prep for you guys.
All right.
What did you think about the song about Travis Kelce's dong? Was that weird for you?
About the hog?
I didn't get to that one. I don't know if I'll listen to that one. Yeah, I didn't get to that one. I probably will avoid.
Don't sing it out loud, Coach.
That one's called Wood. So if you get into it and you start to think, wait, is he singing? Or is she singing about? She's singing about Travis's hog is what she's singing about.
Creative name. I like that creative name.
They call that.
I've never known that. I thought we were talking about building something. That's what I would have thought. We were going to Home Depot or something.
No, friend. She's talking about her lumberjack.
Yeah,
there.
something like that. There's still nails involved, but in an entirely different way.
And hammers.
Yeah.
Coach, this has to have been your favorite week as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys so far. This was a win where you guys got some margin. Your offense continues to be elite. The defense was improved, and you guys finally got a clean win on the road. Especially, that's got to be a good feeling for you. What's the mindset like in the locker room right now?
Yeah, I think it was a really good win for us. Again, you factor in like we always do. It's one championship opportunity that we took advantage of. We got the win. We did it with a lot of guys out, which is also great for your confidence because you're playing with some guys that maybe haven't played a whole lot, but they need the snaps. And at some point, they're going to be playing more meaningful snaps for us, whether it's this week or, 5-10 weeks down the line from us. And I think that's always something, good to pull from. But I really just felt like overall, I liked the temperament of our football team. I thought, we started fast. We went down. We got points early. I thought the defense was incredible with their ability to create pressure on Justin. He was hit from all different sides, and they moved him off the spot. Again, 2 weeks in a row that we did not turn the ball over on offense, and we took one away on defense. Maris had an incredible punch out, and we had a bunch of guys, running to the ball, and Donovan Wilson fell on it. That was a huge play for us. But a good win. It's great to go on the road and get a victory. And, again, it's going to be another good challenge this week because Carolina's playing with some confidence, coming back off of a 17-0 deficit last week and battling back to beat the Dolphins.
We'll talk about what they're doing recently in a second. I've been overwhelmed with how well Dak has been playing, just phenomenal. And looking at the fruits of that, Jake Ferguson, you're tied in. Are you doing anything different with him this year?
Well, I've been very open with, I really think two things from last year. I'm going back to go forward. I think, last year he was banged up. He really was. He got a knee early on, first game against Cleveland, got a concussion midway through the season. And then I've been very upfront, honest, and hell, I'm probably the biggest one to blame in this. But I didn't feel like looking back at the cut-ups over the spring that we used him the right way. So now fast forward to this year. He came back in incredible shape. He's an engaged man now. He's in love and he's totally changed his diet, which we all do. I mean, my wife's probably listening right now saying, yeah, what about your diet there, big fella? But Fergie he looks great. I mean, shit, he's doing Hugo Boss commercials, guys. I mean, like, he doesn't even have a 6-pack. Like, he's got a 4-pack, but he's doing Hugo Boss commercials in his underwear, and but he does look great. And again, he's a guy that, again, his ability to catch and run, his size, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but man, like, just his size and catch radius, man. He's kind of always open, and so happy for him because he really has worked his tail off to get back and to do the things he's doing. We're not surprised, but getting that first touchdown this year a couple weeks ago was pretty important to him because he wanted to get off the schneid.
If I had told you coming into the season that you were going to have all the offensive line injuries that you had, would you have told Jake Ferguson this was going to be his best receiving start to a season, or would you have expected the tight ends to have to play more of a role in protecting your quarterback?
Yeah, I probably would have told them to get a bigger face mask and to buckle up their chin straps maybe a little bit more. But, again, it just shows you that right now, we really are playing with a lot of confidence on offense. And, again, I really feel like, we're able to attack people different ways, whether it's running, throwing, screens. I think the screen game's been something that's really come along for us in a good way. But, again, it's not really the plays, man. It's the execution, and our guys are executing at a high level, like you said. It's not just Dak. It's everybody. George is playing great. Terrence Steele's playing some great football right now. I think Brock Hoffman, TJ Bass. I mean, I could go along the lines. But Jake Ferguson's having a heck of a year, and that needs to continue.
Coach, one of the things that you guys have done really well all season long is run the football. And Javonte Williams I think has just made a huge difference for this football team. That said, this is a guy who historically has not carried a load like this. How maintainable is it for Javonte Williams to be sort of the bell cow back, especially now with Miles Sanders being banged up and Jadon Blue being kind of ineffective in the short amount of snaps we've seen him? Do you worry about the long-term mileage we're putting on Javonte here?
I don't think so. I really don't think of it that way, guys. I mean, I really do think, there's a lot of ways to play and use your running backs in this league. And, I think Javonte, as he's matured, and gotten older, and this is a guy that takes care of his body, man. I mean, the prehab, the rehab he does, just the post-practice and pre-practice work. I think he's learned, over his first couple of years in the league what it takes. And I remember seeing that, with LaDainian Tomlinson, man. I mean, when I was in San Diego, here I was a younger coach and coaching the quarterbacks, but just watching the investment that LaDainian put into his body and, the hyperbaric chamber and the massages and the things that are available to these guys, Javonte understands that. And, of course, it's a violent position, and it is what it is, and he plays the game the right way with a physical play style. But he's earned the right to be the bell cow, and he's playing at a high level. We have a lot of confidence in Jaden and Miles and Hunter Lepke and guys like that. And, so, again, I think we don't really look at it that way. I'm just so proud of Miles or of Javonte. And like you guys said, he's playing elite football right now.
And we talk about the running game, yet still, you're passing. You're in the ever ongoing pursuit of balance. You guys are throwing the ball a little bit heavier, and when you see a Carolina team that doesn't provide the pressure that I think you guys have had to deal with over the last couple of weeks, what can we see from the passing game on the edges against a team that, quite frankly, does give up some deep balls and doesn't quite get to the quarterback as actively as some of the teams you've already played?
Yeah, well, number one, I'll say this again. I think they have some weapons that are dangerous. I think anytime you have a defense with Derek Brown out there, you're like, okay, this guy's a really good player. It might not have the same names that ring when you're going into New York to play the Giants, things like that. J.C. Horn is a heck of a corner. We've played. It feels like we play Carolina every year. So we've got a good feel for them. They've got a good feel for us, but. Again, balance is important to us, guys. And I would say this, the way I would phrase it to you guys is, we're always going to try to attack with our playmakers, whatever that looks like. That's the way I call plays. I call plays based on who's in the huddle, who do I want to get the ball to, what's that matchup look like. But this game and continuing forward, it's going to continue to come down to owning the line of scrimmage. And we had a very physical practice on Wednesday. because I wasn't, overly pleased with the way we stopped the run on defense. And I thought, there was 9 carries, I think, of 2 yards or less for us offensively against the Jets. And so whether you're running or throwing it, you got to own the line of scrimmage. And so, coming off a win, you don't just go, hey, guys, great job, let's just change. No, we're going to go through the process. And we had a very, very physical practice on Wednesday, a good practice yesterday, and today's the final dress rehearsal kind of the week for running.
All right, here's the part of the interview where we've got to be jerks and ask you about the defense.
Yep.
Can we get that out of the way early next week? Maybe start with that. After we talk about Travis Kelce's wood, why don't we just jump right into that?
We talk about the important stuff first.
We like to lube you up and put you in a good mood, and then say, how are you going to handle the speed on the outside? The Panthers have. Obviously, they ran the ball really well last week, but they also have a couple good young receivers on the outside that are very fast, and they're going to push the limits of your secondary, particularly if you're not getting much of a pass rush. What's the game plan to slow down what the Panthers are doing offensively?
Yeah, well, I think, again, I will say this. You're right. They've got some weapons. I think, Legette's a really good player. Everybody we and a lot of teams coveted and liked about, Ted McMillan coming out of Arizona and, the run after catch, the size. I think it's very cool how he and Bryce have kind of developed the timing and rhythm that they have so quickly. And going out and getting a guy like Hunter Renfrow is really good because they're using the right way on third down. And, they were able to trade Thielen because of that. And Bryce is very, very comfortable throwing to those guys. But make no mistakes about it. I really do feel like, this team – they want to run the football. They've got 2 good backs with Hubbard, and obviously we all know Rico very well, and he had an incredible game last week, and he is an absolute load to bring down and a guy you got a hamstring tackle. But they're going to challenge us, and that's what I'm saying. This is a really good football team we're going into play. And I got home and saw the last couple minutes of the game last night late, and it just shows you, man, any given Sunday. Or last night, Thursday, I guess. But, this league is all about parity, and parity is absolutely running wild in this league. And, Carolina's a good football team with good players, and we're going to have to play well and continue to take care of the football to come out of there with a win.
This is kind of an esoteric RPP, rich people problem question. Does your attitude change when you know your team is improving, and you have over the last couple of weeks, and you look around your conference and go, this thing might be a little bit more winnable than we thought it was going to be when the season began? Does that change the way you prepare different players for, prep now versus the end of the season? Does it change the way you look at maybe, talking with your GM and everybody else looking for talent around there? Or is it the plan is in place and we're not going to vary it?
No, I think you're always looking to adapt. I mean, this league is about adapting, whether it's on game day, during the week, whether it's dealing with injuries, whatever it is. And I just think this. I think, we really do go through the process, man. And the process is 1 week at a time, another championship opportunity this week in Carolina. And what's that mean? It means, when you go through the process and you look at it that way, when we get to the ultimate game, which is, the Super Bowl, or big games in the playoff, it's like, hey, guys, this is just another championship opportunity. I learned a long time ago from Pete Carroll, you go into a game and you want to try too hard because, let's say you're Jadeveon Clowney, or you're, Jonathan Mingo or whoever, you want to go play against Carolina. This is the team, and I want to go play so hard. I think, you tend to, as coaches and players, make mistakes. And so we're not going to change who we are. We're driven by our competitive spirit and love for one another. But I will say that, as we improve, our confidence is getting higher.
Coach, the last one before we let you go, I'm going to throw you a little curveball here. One I'm guessing you didn't prepare for, but I'm going to ask you anyway because I'm fascinated by what your answer will be. We see Bill Belichick right now is in the news, and he's struggling a little bit at North Carolina. A lot of people don't know, you spent some time in college before you got to the NFL. I think you were at USC, I think one other place. I know you spent some time at Georgia somewhat recently. How different is it relating to 18-year-olds versus 25-year-olds? And do you think there are coaches who are built to coach one, and it's just a completely different idea of them relating to the other? Do you believe that there's a big difference between those two things?
Well, I think that the difference is, and listen, guys, it's totally changed from when I was there. And I'm a people person. You guys know that. You can tell that. I love talking to people, meeting people, and things like that. What's so different about college coaching, and I, again, can't imagine it now, is just like you feel like you're always on call. Like you feel like you're a doctor because you're in a meeting, and let's say you're getting ready to play. When I was at Georgia, you're getting ready to play Alabama, and there's a knock on the door, and it's the guidance counselor saying, "Hey, coach, we got to go have our academic meeting." And I'm like, no, I got to beat Alabama. Like they got some absolute studs over there. Like I want to do third down pressures, and they're like, "No, we got to do academics." I'm like, "Okay, so you go do academics." And then you come off the practice field on a Thursday after doing your red zone, and they're like, "Okay, coach, we got to go make 3 hours of recruiting calls," or, "Hey, so-and-so's dad's here and wants to talk to you about their son's playtime." And it's just very, very different. And I do think that there's some coaches where their personalities or what they're looking for fits the pro game or the NFL game better. But listen, Bill Belichick's a hell of a football coach. He's getting into something that's new. I know when I went there, hey guys, think about this. For an offensive coach, when you go down there, the hashes in the games are totally different. Right. Like I can tell you that, okay, in the NFL, an in-cut's going to be caught 18 yards deep, 2 to 3 yards inside the numbers to the field and into the boundary. It's going to be like, I'm like, I have no idea where the ball's going to be caught because it's just totally different dimensions. And so there is a learning curve for sure. I am more of a NFL coach because I just love the chess match of the game planning stuff, and I still get the connection piece I love so much with our players. But I'm more of an NFL guy, and college really wasn't for me.
So you don't think Belichick would do well with the backup tight end's dad asking for more playing time?
Yeah, well, I don't think so, but I think the problem is now that with the transfer portal and stuff, he probably has to deal with it because otherwise that guy's going to Clemson or someplace else.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll get better for him at Clemson, unfortunately. Coach, we appreciate the time. We appreciate you having a little fun with us, and hopefully you guys can keep some momentum here with this. Get a second win in a row for the first time in your tenure, and maybe start to build something up here. As always, thank you for taking the time out this morning. We'll talk to you next week.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, guys. Thank you.
There you go. That is head coach Brian Schottenheimer, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. He and all our guests appear via the Buyers Barricade guest line. Buyers Barricades providing traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. All right. We'll get back into the action on the other side. In fact, we'll play the stat is right on the other side.
Ooh.
Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
It's getting to the season where you need to count the number of TVs you've got because you don't got enough to watch all the games you got on TV. And if you don't, there's one place to go. That's Twin Peaks. They're waiting for you. 360 degrees of TVs, theme nights all week long. All you need to up your game watching experience. And this week and Fridays, we know what Fridays are. It's Bourbon and Brews. Head over to Twin Peaks as soon as you can and enjoy yourself a fine barrel-aged bourbon. They do it till 7 o'clock, experience lingerie and have all the good fun. But this weekend, as baseball's down to their 4, we got college football and rivalry weekend. And then Sundays, how are you going to see all the games? You head over to Twin Peaks, enjoy that scratch menu coming out of the kitchen in your own personal man cave. And while you're there, it's dessert month. Have yourself one of those fantastic desserts. And I've got 3 words for you. Screwball bourbon. Add that to your dessert, and you won't get any better. Watching football, watching baseball with friends of like-minded, Twin Peaks is the place to do it. They've got 4 locations waiting on you. Head to any one of them. You might find me in the back. I'll be enjoying the food, having a nice 29-degree cold beer, but the honest reason why I'm there is those scenic views.
Legendary. Doesn't happen by chance.
It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this pro football season unforgettable. Shoot your shot with same-game parlays, call your plays like a pro with live betting, or bet on a market you didn't know existed thanks to BetMGM Originals. You'll be on the edge of your seat from the very first snap, no matter what type of fan you are. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for the ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Specific promotional offers are not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
Endurance has paid hundreds of millions in claims. Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-690-8974. That's 800-690-8974. 800-690-8974.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. People don't trust car buyers. People think the price is going to be wrong, and people think it's going to be a hassle. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is what we do at GiveMeTheVin.com, and that's what makes us America's best car buyer. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now and get a quote on yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can put our team of experts to work for you. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. The name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office, San Antonio.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay is going to be on Loop 410 westbound. We are shut down between Starcrest to Harry Wurzbach. Got a major accident working. For now, about a 10-minute delay. Traffic stop from Austin Highway, and they are diverting traffic onto the frontage road. 1604 northbound, southbound, the connector to northbound 35. We got some road work, so those connector ramps are blocked. And 1604 westbound, the on-ramp from 281. Road work blocking the entrance ramp. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football gave us an old-time Big East battle as the New York Giants destroyed the Philadelphia Eagles 34-17 behind Cam Scattaboo's 3 touchdowns. I-35 is heating up as the Red River rivalry will take place on Saturday. 6th-ranked Oklahoma and the now newly unranked Texas go at it at 2:30 on Saturday on ABC. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylow.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:05 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good talking to Coach Schottenheimer, who I ain't gonna lie, he's a lot more fun to talk to than Coach McCarthy was.
I've been doing this for 25 years, 26 years now, interviewing head coaches. I've never dealt with a coach like this. This is the conversations we have with Coach Schotty are your typical. Not that I haven't had these conversations with coaches, but they're never on air.
Yeah.
You know, there's no guard to it. Yeah. There's no, I don't want to talk about that because it might make somebody mad or do. Not that he goes real deep. He's not. He's good at giving the most basic answer, but good conversation.
You know, we used to talk to Tom Herman before when he was at Houston, and he was very loose and chill then.
Was he?
That was before. And
not
you know
my
what?
Experience with Tom.
You know
Herman.
what? Sumlin too.
Oh well. Yeah.
And they were both like real easy going. Mm-hmm. And then they got to those big jobs, Sumlin to A&M, Herman to Texas, and they became completely different people. The stress of those types of jobs changes you, man.
And we figured eventually it will happen to Schotty as it has to many, many before him. But so far,
so good.
A breath of fresh air, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Man. And again, I think he's saying the same thing. He wants to see his team follow up.
Yeah.
You know, like make sure, hey, man, the job's not done. That's 1 week. We were talking about you mentioned the division sort of opening up, and I do think that's a real possibility here. The Commanders this week are at Chicago. No, they're home against Chicago. I mean, I don't know what to think of that. If Chicago can find a way to win, though, I want you to hear these numbers. The current odds in the NFC East, the Eagles are still the favorites at -115.
As they should be.
Commanders are +140. Cowboys are +750. If you are buying into what the Cowboys are doing right now,
do you think there'll be an inverse as money leaves Philly? Will it go to Dallas?
Oh, I think it depends, but it depends on who's winning. But in 2 weeks, Dallas hosts the Commanders. So if you are a believer in Dallas, you might be getting a good price right now that it may not be around in a while. 750 you ain't going to get much better than that.
I'm not there yet. I'm guardedly optimistic is, I guess, the best way to put it. That it wouldn't shock me at all to lose by 14 points and see
the Panthers?
Yeah, and to see this turning point moment, though much less acknowledged for Bryce like we had for Trevor, where suddenly they've won 2 games in a row. They're looking substantial. They're running the football with a couple of backs. They've got 2 gigantic wide receivers, and they're starting to believe in themselves. And the Cowboys could be the catalyst for that. I've seen it happen before. I'm not ready to dive in on that. Now, in 2 weeks, if the progression remains, now, the Cowboys haven't gotten to a now we're talking about it game. Like I believe the Colts had the now we're talking game last week, where you become a contender, and Jacksonville became the now we're talking. Now they're one I think that's all in. And the Cowboys aren't there yet.
Okay.
They're headed there.
All right, that's fair. Well, I mean, listen, if you think they're headed there, now's the time to buy.
Oh, absolutely. And if you do think that, it's possible, maybe,
But also, Dallas is finishing up the light part of their schedule.
Right, and this is such a biblically
about to get
bad
worse.
defense. This defense is so god-awful.
All right, let's get back into the college games. Alabama is at Missouri, and then they played South Carolina last year, and they beat South Carolina by 2 points in a game they could have easily lost. This is a tricky spot for Alabama against a Missouri team that is pretty damn good. And I'll say that my big concern about Alabama is I don't think they can stop the run. And it's becoming like a trend that they can't stop anybody running the football on them. So if they don't get out to a big lead, this is going to be a close game.
My gut tells me this is the kind of game that Kalen DeBoer needs to not only just win, but to pound them on the road. You accomplished enough against the Georgia game. You're safe. And this Preston kid has turned into not quite a revelation, but damn near close. And I think they're discovering a running game that they hadn't really found before. I think they've got a back they trust. I just feel like this is a team that they're going to put it on, like a couple of touchdowns. If they have the chance, they're going to do that.
I always say, when do teams take a breath? And I know they didn't. Obviously, they didn't take a breath at Georgia. They won that game. That's an impressive win.
And then they needed everything for Vanderbilt. I'm with you.
Knew they weren't going to take a breath at Vanderbilt, who beat them last year. And then next week, Tennessee. I mean, this is a sleepy road spot against a team that's had 2 weeks to prep for them.
Yeah, Missouri's good. If I was to bet, I like Bama on the road to cover.
I like it to be over. I just think there's a bunch of points going to be scored.
Yeah, I guess if my premise is true, that would have to be true as well.
Yeah. Pitt is at Florida State. Florida State a 10.5-point favorite.
Yeah, this will cure what ails them.
I don't know what Florida State is.
But Pitt's terrible.
If Florida State hadn't won that Alabama game, which we can't take that away.
So long ago.
It's a good win.
Yeah,
it was week 1, though.
Yeah.
If they hadn't won that, their wins would be East Texas A&M and Kent State.
Well, is Pitt much better than Kent? I mean,
yes. Oh, yeah.
You think they are?
Yeah.
My recollection of Pitt a couple of weeks ago is they're pretty lousy. There's just too much talent on Florida State to lay an egg against Pitt.
Well, Pitt went out last week and beat Boston College by 41 points.
What's Pitt's record?
3-2.
They're 3. They're better. That's better than I thought.
Yeah, they're 3-2. I mean, I don't think they're anything special, but
nailed. Somebody blew them out of the water.
Who did they get blown out by? No, because they were pretty competitive with Louisville, and then they lost to West Virginia on the road by a touchdown.
It was the West Virginia. I guess that wasn't blown out of the water.
Yeah,
maybe not.
I think they're okay. I mean, 10.5 just feels like a lot for a Florida State team.
And it's on the road?
It's in Tallahassee. I just don't know if I trust Florida State laying big numbers because I don't know when they're going to show me that. But I mean, maybe they've figured something out. Washington State at Ole Miss. Ole Miss minus 31.5.
That's so huge.
It's a huge number.
I mean, man, but I can't justify putting any money on Wazoo.
And I just talked about where's your take a breath spot? Between the LSU game and your next two are at Georgia and at Oklahoma. This is a take a breath spot.
Dude, if you have first stringers playing in the second quarter, something horrible's happened.
But
this
also,
is a game for your seniors.
I know for a fact that Lane Kiffin knows what the spread is every week.
Absolutely.
And he's looking to get there, baby.
But I think he'll be doing it with guys that are will not play a lot for the rest of the year.
And he also has a quarterback who's in the conversation for a Heisman Trophy.
Crazy, isn't it?
And if he these are the games where you're allowed to put up those big numbers. It's not out of the realm.
31.5. Yikes.
Indiana's at Oregon. Oregon is 7.5-point favorite. I'm torn on this game. I just don't know what. First of all, I always say this about Indiana. Indiana's great when they're playing against teams that have equal or lesser talent than them. Last year, when they played against good teams, they got their doors blown off. Here's my question: how much better is Oregon than them?
I think that roadie against Penn State showed me a lot.
Okay. How good is Penn State?
Well, no, you're right. But the decrease in Penn State's value has certainly been apparent. But I think that was more about they snatched Penn State's soul. I mean, they were a shell of themselves when they crossed the country. That team is so fast, and their quarterback is playing better than anybody. He might not win the Heisman but by the end of the year, but right now, if I was voting, he'd be the one.
Like, they put up 30 on Penn State. UCLA put up 27 on Penn State at halftime.
I agree, but I think that was more about they marched into L.A. without a soul, that they literally were, ghost eyes, because that interception just snatched it out of everything they had been working for. It was over in a blip. Bang,
Man,
done.
I'm torn because I want
Indiana to win. I want Cignetti to I love the swagger. I want him to be able to talk some smack, and I want him to carry on and then get his ass kicked by an SEC team.
I almost have a full refusal to bet anybody from the Eastern time zone having to go play these West Coast games.
Well, that's the other part.
That's the big factor to me. So I'm going to be a viewer. I'm going to watch and learn.
I expect Oregon's going to full speed ahead on this one.
I would think so. Virginia Tech's at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech a 14.5-point favorite. As good as Georgia Tech's been, don't know that I'm looking to lay 14.5 in a conference game with them.
The question is, how bad is Virginia Tech? Not about how good Georgia Tech is. They're going to beat them.
Virginia Tech's pretty bad, but you know who else is pretty bad? Clemson, and that was a 3-point game at Georgia Tech. Wake Forest is pretty bad. Georgia Tech won by 1.
Yeah.
So
and
now
it was a miracle there too.
Yeah. So now we're laying 14.5. That doesn't really make sense to me. It's Hokies or nothing for me here. NC State's at Notre Dame. Notre Dame laying 22.5. NC State is 4-2. Now they don't have a win on their schedule that makes me go, ooh, that's not. I mean, they won their best wins home against Virginia, but 14.5 at home.
Is Notre Dame still? They still got a scoreboard this all the way through?
I thought so, but I thought they were going to do that last week, and they didn't.
That's what I'm saying. So are they of the mindset, just win, baby, and we'll let our record speak for itself if we don't lose again, or do they still feel the need to scoreboard?
I think they've – and here's the other reason why I won't bet Notre Dame this week. Next week's USC week.
Yeah, so I think that
their biggest game of the season is next week.
And they're going to have to scoreboard USC.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I think 22.5 it's just too big of a number. Iowa State's at Colorado. I think we may be seeing the beginning of the end at Iowa State. They don't have anybody on the outside. They don't have corners. They can't get a pass rush. You know what I think about this Colorado team. I don't think much of them.
Stop anything.
They can't, but Iowa State can't score.
All right, Rocco.
And Rocco, I will say that Colorado at quarterback has at least been solid.
Who's playing now?
Caden Salter.
The transfer finally gets to play.
And they almost beat BYU at home. They were not embarrassed against TCU. TCU covered on a last-second touchdown. Otherwise, that's a one-score game. I think Colorado's better than I wanted to give them credit for.
But Iowa State's playing for a title. I mean, they got it.
I don't think they are.
Well, I mean, playing for a championship game berth, I think, would be the –
I
lose this one, it's over.
After that Cincinnati loss.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is a playoff game for them. They don't win this one, it's over.
Well, certainly. But look at their schedule ahead. BYU, Arizona State, TCU. They haven't even started playing the good teams in the conference
It could
yet.
be over before it starts. I think Iowa State I think that I don't even know. How much was Dion even involved this week? Did he have some surgery?
At practice. Yeah, he's back at practice, yeah. You probably stay away from me, though.
Yeah.
Arkansas is at Tennessee. Tennessee laying 11.5.
Bobby P's offense. Let's see what happens.
Think about that. A Bobby Petrino offense against Tennessee, a Josh Heupel offense. The total, 67.5. This is going to be a cartoon.
It will be.
This is going to be in the 40s.
First of all, pack a lunch. It's going to go 5 hours.
Oh, it's a long-ass game on the SEC network. again, I'm not in a hurry to bet 67.5's over, but that's the only way I could look. I would also look at Arkansas to keep it within single digits.
So. They're for a brief shining moment, they're reinvigorated.
Florida is at A&M. A&M 7.5-point favorites. The big difference between what Florida saw last week and what they were able to do against Texas and what they'll be able to do this week, A&M has an elite offensive line. Texas has a offensive line. If A&M's legit, I want to see them smash this Florida team.
This is it. I think if they're going to prove, well, they're certainly going to come out with the intent to stomp them.
Yeah.
This won't be a let off the gas, let the seniors play in the fourth quarter if there's that kind of lead. This is a 3-touchdown chase.
Kansas is at Texas Tech. Texas Tech laying 14.5. I think Texas Tech smashes Kansas this weekend.
I think they got a quarterback in Kansas that likes to score some points, so there's going to be a lot of points scored.
I don't think he's going to score a lot of points against this defense.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think it's going to be a wake up call for Kansas.
Go Tech! All you Brigade Bar Tech fans, you heard it from us. Go Tech! Go get it.
No, we say wreck them.
Oh, wreck them. That's right.
That's right. Georgia's at Auburn. Auburn a 3.5-point home dog. This is a good spot for Auburn, man. They are like. Right now, everybody's down on Auburn. Oh, they're no good. They're no good. Now they're going back home after 2 tough road games where, let's face it, they lost by 7 at OU. They lost by 6 at A&M.
They're a tough team.
They're pretty damn good.
They are tough.
And now they're home dogs. I think I like Auburn.
Really?
Yeah, catching more than a field goal.
Good for them. I would like to see them win. I just think that my stock on their quarterback is way down.
Okay. USC hosts Michigan. USC minus 2.5.
Man, another good game.
Give me USC to smash Michigan. I think Michigan going to the West Coast, and I think this USC team after that Illinois loss where they had to go east, and by the way, they were all banged up. Now they're back in their house. This offense, I'm telling you, the USC offense is the best in the country.
Well, if they get that offense and Notre Dame wins, then now we're talking about a Notre Dame possibility, but they're going to have to whoop them.
I think they're going to put it on Michigan. I think they're going to beat Michigan by double digits.
I want to see what goes on in Ann Arbor next week.
LSU is a 10-point favorite at home against South Carolina. I really want to bet South Carolina here. No. It's night in Death Valley. It's the only thing keeping me off it.
This has the look and feel of a good old-fashioned beat down at night.
I think LSU is a fraudulent 4-1 team. I just don't think – I think we're going to find that out when they play A&M and Alabama later on in the season. Right now, I mean, the loss at Ole Miss last week was one thing. I don't think they're going to lose 2 in a row, especially to South Carolina. BYU's at Arizona. BYU 2.5-point road favorite. I like Arizona to hang in here. I
kind of do too. What's their quarterback?
Noah Fafita.
Fafita, player.
13 touchdowns, 3 picks so far this season. And then Arizona State's at Utah. This line's it's getting out there now. Utah minus 8.5 now. That is running. That's out of my comfort zone. I liked Utah when it was 5.5, 8.5.
Everybody healthy there now, I guess?
From what I understand.
Back together?
From what I understand. I think Utah wins. 8.5 is too many points. But that's just such a tough place to go play. Although it didn't seem that tough for Texas Tech. No. We'll see.
That line must be healthy because
I think
they haven't had it in a month.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to play The Stat is Right.
Ooh.
And we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Guys, Blue Star Tequila. This is a tequila. It's not been around for a long time. But if you haven't tried it, you need to try it. They just went up to the New York Spirits competition, and the Añejo of Blue Star won double gold in the New York Spirits competition. That's wild for a young tequila to go do that. Añejo, that same tequila at that same competition won best in class, which means it was the best tequila in the room. And that's in the room with a bunch of $800 bottles. It was the least expensive bottle of every product in the run-in for best in show, and that's what it won, best in class. It's 100% additive free. There's no flavoring, no sweetening added, no coloring added. It comes as it's made, and it is unfiltered. It's harvested at night, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but apparently it's great for the plants, which means it's great for the tequila. You can find Blue Star Tequila at Specs, Costco, Alamo City Liquor, and Total Wine. They've got Blanco, Reposado, Añejo, and a honey reposado that I highly recommend as well. It's worth a try, guys. Give it a shot this weekend. That's Blue Star Tequila.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
Have you had time to listen to the new Taylor Swift album? What's your favorite track so far?
Didn't even know she's got a new record out. When did this break? Do you guys have a favorite track?
The title track is my favorite so far.
It's got a good hook.
It's good. And Honey is pretty good also.
I'll report back next week.
All right. All right. You might be Team Swifty with us next week. You never know.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay is going to be on Loop 410 westbound. We are shut down between Starcrest to Harry Wurzbach. Got a major accident working. For now, about a 10-minute delay. Traffic stop from Austin Highway, and they are diverting traffic onto the frontage road. 1604 northbound, southbound, the connector to northbound 35. We've got some road work, so those connector ramps are blocked. And 1604 westbound, the on-ramp from 281. Road work blocking the entrance ramp. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
Imagine owning coastal land with ocean views and world-class fishing just off Matagorda Bay. Well, dream no more. This Saturday, October 11th, mark your calendars for our fall one-day coastal land sale at Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point. We're unveiling incredible coastal properties. We're talking 1+ acres with ocean access for just $49.9 and waterfront properties starting at just $99.9. Wow! This gated community boasts a waterfront resort-style pool and cabana, your own boat slip and launch with paved roads and underground utilities. It's all happening this Saturday, October 11th. Unbeatable values. 1+ acre with ocean access, just $49.9. Texas coastal waterfront properties from $99.9. Call now for your private tour at 210-853-0389. Excellent financing is available. Call 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. When you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you might not get a lot of wins, but the players, they're still playing. Which ones are overhyped, which ones aren't, you know that. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash. It is so good to be right. You know, last last week following the Cowboys, Dak Prescott. The season isn't great, but Dak's throwing for numbers. I keep following. I love what's going on with Dak, and I would keep following the more than as we keep going through the season. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You love CD Lamb, you love Saquon Barkley, you can play him 3 different ways. And whether it's a friend or a celebrity partner or just someone whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create. It's a new feed there on PrizePicks. Listen, it feels great to be right, and being right on PrizePicks means money. Download the PrizePicks app today and use the code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. This is code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The Cowboys are in Charlotte taking on the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium. Pregame starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Isn't there a lawsuit involved with this song?
Lawsuits don't mean anything.
Didn't he steal some of the riffs?
Lawsuits don't mean anything. We found that out. And you know what? I might as well let's start the conversation here where we talk about non-sports. Let's start with that.
Didn't he get some copyright stuff?
No,
for
he
that?
did. Yeah. Drake's lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us" has been dismissed.
Yes,
it's been dismissed. The judge said, diss tracks, that's not deposition.
Yeah, you're a public figure.
That's just like his opinion.
Yeah,
man.
we can say what we want about you.
The 38-page opinion issued Thursday by U.S. District Judge Jeanette Vargas ends the drama, I guess, between these two, because the court concludes that the allegedly defamatory statements in "Not Like Us" are non-actionable opinion. The motion to dismiss is granted. She called the song part of perhaps the most infamous rap battle in the genre's history, which, please.
We got dead dudes in the street.
Yeah, man. Call me when these guys are both dead over songs. Between Aubrey Drake Graham and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth in the spring of 2024. I like how she used their
Duckworth.
and Aubrey. I like how she brought that up just to, you guys ain't that hard. Chill down, Aubrey and Duckworth.
Nerds.
But the reasoning rooted in decades of First Amendment case law it's a big deal because they're saying now it's basically saying that
I don't think anybody thought there was any merit to this.
Yeah,
I don't think
hyperbole is part of the law, or part of the art.
This isn't new law. This is exactly what should have been said. I mean, you're allowed to say stuff like that.
Kendrick's most incendiary bar, "Say Drake, I hear you like 'em young," cannot be read as an assertion of fact. In the context of this rap diss battle, she wrote, no reasonable person would listen to Not Like Us and assume that Lamar uniquely has access to credible, provable facts that reveal Drake to be a pedophile. So now his next track will probably have some facts to it.
Probably.
A minor. This is one of the more interesting stories, and I was glad to see that this was not Victor Brown's name on this on this story.
What did I do?
A foot model was selling her stinky old sneakers.
Is this on OnlyFans? Is this an OnlyFans thing?
No, it was on a dating app, actually.
I'm only on one.
You're only on one? I figured, yeah.
Grindr.
And people are into to weird stuff. And this woman who's a foot model said she had agreed to meet with this fella for the first time at a hotel. And once in the hotel room, Circle, this fella, his name is Elman C. Circle. He wanted to smell her feet and buy her used shoes.
Okay.
When I got there, he just wanted to stim my feet, and I didn't feel comfortable with that, is what the woman said. I mean, you could have my sneakers all you want. You know they're just stinky old sneakers, but people like weird things. So she said, if you want to do that, I'm all right with it, but it's going to cost you $1,000.
Whoa.
All right. I'm down with it, too.
He didn't like the idea of paying $1,000 to smell the feet.
Right.
So
you can smell mine for half.
When she said that her sneakers were in the car.
Well, that soils the smell.
Well.
And here's the thing. He wasn't there for her. He was there for the sneakers.
Yeah.
God.
When she went to use the bathroom, he ran out of the room. She chased after him, assuming that he had stolen something from her. She found him in the parking garage where he drove past her in a red SUV before allegedly turning the car and running her over.
Jeez. All over tennis shoes.
She suffered road rash and bruising across her arms and chest. Circle allegedly fled the scene but was arrested after he tried to to book a room at the same hotel later.
She didn't have turf toe.
Police say he's been linked to other incidents which mirror a similar method of attack, but online records did not indicate charges related to these. He's been charged with aggravated battery in connection with the incident. Has pleaded not guilty, according to online court records.
Yeah, that wasn't
that's a particular kink.
Thank goodness it wasn't you.
Wasn't me, man.
I was worried when I saw this story. I said, "Oh, you know who wants those shoes?
Did it say South Texas?
He wants those old ass smelly shoes." And finally, RFK and President Trump are pushing the new link to autism, which is circumcision. Circumcision is what's causing autism, according to RFK. And President Trump says, as a non-doctor, I've done a lot of research. I see a lot to agree with this. As a non-doctor. But now, no word yet on how there are autistic women still exist.
I mean, there's an entire different gender who's not dealing with that, but sure, why not?
How does that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just RFK was like, they asked RFK, where's the evidence to support this?
We're going to produce it.
We're going to find it. We're going to find the evidence.
Yeah.
I got Chat GPT working on it right now.
That's not how science works, friends. If someone ever tells you that this causes this, well, how can you prove that? Oh, we'll find it. We'll find the way to prove it.
I got a gut feeling.
That's usually not how science works. All right, let's play the stat is right real quick.
Brainworm. This is your final opportunity for the stat is right. Like to introduce right now, fresh off a bender, and looks like he's a cop with his camera turned off. AJ Parker!
Howdy, everybody. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate that. All right, this is your final chance to come on down and be the next contestant on the Stat is Right this week. We're giving away tickets to next weekend's Cowboys-Commanders game. We've got 4 guesses in. 1 more contestant will be named now. One last guess. Here's the way the game works. Whichever caller we say at 210-656-3776, 210-656-ESPN, you will have an opportunity to answer this question. How many rushing yards will Javonte Williams have in the game this weekend against the Panthers? And
Cavante?
Cavante, yeah. Okay, Brad Shan.
Brad's had a few. Remember, this is a noon game. He might not be awake.
I didn't notice
it's
that
going to be
till halfway
Cavante
in.
till halftime.
If you are the closest, and we've had 4 guesses so far,
They're pretty tight.
Yeah,
3 of them were in one tight group.
You might
one
want
of
to
them
go
a little bit of an outlier.
Strategery, because keep in mind, you can be over it and still win.
Yeah, but if you're living on the edges, you might have a chance here.
Yeah. So you might go low, go high. I don't know.
So let's go caller number 3. You are the next contestant on. The Stat is Right. Caller number 3, 210-656-3776. And all right, let's take our last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll figure out what all the guesses are for the Stat is Right. Mm-hmm. We'll tally them up. And then we'll wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
No idea. I find it comical that Pablo Torre every day has more so-called evidence or reports of wrongdoing, and the NBA is going to ask us to believe, okay, Mr. Silver, it's going to take a while. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
I think Smokey would be a great spokesman or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, marijuana is widely accepted, especially in the NFL and the NBA and MLB and both houses of Congress.
The John Clay Wolf Show, every Saturday morning. Check out the YouTube channel, complete with live video stream at jcwshow.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The Gomez Law Firm is San Antonio's leader in personal injury law, and we have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us to share more.
Number one priority is to let the people know that we are a law firm that's been part of this community for 50 years. Mr. Gomez, he's been a practicing attorney here since 1973. He's born and raised here in San Antonio, done nothing but help out personal injury victims. It's very important that we get that out to the San Antonio community because a lot of these attorneys like to come in here and act like they're from here, but you know, they're all out-of-towners. They don't know what goes on here. If you've been injured, if you've been involved in an accident, you've been involved in a car wreck, call the Gomez Law Firm. We've been around for almost 50 years. And we're not going anywhere.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big, filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your Happy Plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and you can get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code STATE5 to get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STATE5 to get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank. That's code STATE5 for up to a $5 cashback bonus.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What's up with these? Oh, yes, Morning Huddle. Nobody like us.
Nope.
Nobody like us. The Blitz not like us.
Not like us.
Blitz not like us. Blitz not like us. Isn't that right, Kitty? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, see?
All right. Before I ask you a question, Vic, I'm going to say caller number 1 at 656 ESPN. You're going to win tickets to go see Crazy Train, America's Aussie tribute, May 9th at the Aztec Theater. 2 tickets right there.
Caller 1.
Caller number 1. Crazy Train. Jack says, AJ, great advice on going to Beer Zombies. Yeah, awesome, man. Glad you had a good time there, Jack. Good brews out there in Vegas. All right, Vic. Do you have our contestants lined up for the Stat is Right?
Yep, sure do.
All right. Give us the names and their guesses.
All right. Mike Morales, 85 yards.
All right.
Kevin Rowe, 87 yards.
Oh, okay.
We have an 86.
Anthony Barber, 86 yards.
That's bad news, Anthony. You're out.
Yeah.
You're not
Unless
going to
you
win.
You got to be right
dead
on.
Corey Shield, 125.
Okay.
125 yards.
That's an outlier.
Strategery.
And today is Tariq Aga, 97 yards.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So 85, 87, 86, 125, and 97.
Who's 85?
That is Mike Morales. That was from Monday.
I'm liking Mike.
You like that?
The guy out the bench.
I might like today's guy.
Oh, hi. You like him?
I mean,
90 and 200, 120?
Yeah,
I think not,
against that defense.
Yeah, I think between 90, because I think that locks him anywhere between 91 and like what 110. He's probably in decent shape there. Yeah, he's got a good
under 85.
He's got a good range. That's it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. And now everybody's got something to watch for in the game on
Miles
on
Sanders
Sunday.
doesn't play much.
All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do, friends. Let's take a look at the Daily Lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Oh, the baby. We got a good one in Major League Baseball tonight. Detroit Tigers, Seattle Mariners, Tariq Skubal, George Kirby. 2 of the best in the game going at it. Tigers minus 130 on the road. I'm going to go with the under here. I'm playing under 6 in this game, which is a low-ass number, but I'm riding with the under here. I like this to be a low-scoring game, old school. We might see some bunting, trying to scratch across a run. So I'll go under 6 in this one.
Big dumper.
I lean to the Tigers, but man, 130 is a big number on the road against a good hitting Seattle team.
Drop a deuce on them.
I think Either way, man, I'm excited for this one. The final game of the Cubs-Brewers tomorrow, Brewers are minus 130 favorites, and that's without pitchers announced.
The forgotten series.
No one's talking about it. I told Edwin, there's no star power. Like, there's no players that anybody cares about.
Well, you kind of feel like Milwaukee hadn't taken care of them yet.
No,
they're not on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got some college football tonight. South Florida, North Texas. This is legitimately a great football game. This is going to be a fun game, man. I lean to North Texas. North Texas now a 1.5-point favorite.
Now, this is the team that beat Florida, right?
South Florida is the team that beat
Florida.
Yes. But South Florida a plus 1.5 dog. 66.5 is the total. These are two offensive juggernauts. Yeah. I'm just going to go with the home team. I'd pick the home team here if there was a gun to my head and I had to choose a side on it. That's the way I would go. But I think this is just a fantastic sit back and watch game. Fresno State, is at Colorado State. Colorado State's terrible, but I don't know how much I believe in Fresno to make them damn near touchdown road favorites.
I know nothing of either.
Doesn't feel like a fun wager to make, so I'll probably sit out on that. I will be on the Washington Huskies tonight. They are 10-point favorites at home against Rutgers, and Rutgers can't stop a nosebleed. Now we're asking them to go out to the West Coast on a Friday and try and stop a nosebleed. No, I think Washington's going to light up that scoreboard.
Yeah, they're a tough team.
They are, and I mean
they fought Ohio State pretty well.
Yeah, and the idea that you lost to Ohio State, that doesn't mean you're not a good team.
No.
You're still legit. All right, some of the games, we've talked about a lot of the college games, some of the ones that we haven't hit on, and some of the bigger ones. UCLA, does UCLA keep the momentum rolling? They're at Michigan State, 7.5-point favorites, Michigan State.
Did the new Heisel OC get a haircut?
I don't know.
I think it's like Samson. Don't get your hair cut, man. You got a chance.
I can't imagine now we're asking UCLA to go back to Eastern time and win a game here. Give me Michigan State minus 7.5. SMU minus 17.5 hosting Stanford. I think they're going to humiliate those smart kids. Houston, University of Houston's at Oklahoma State. Houston laying 14.5 on the road. I think pretty much anybody who plays Oklahoma State right now can name their number.
Yep.
It's a bad situation up there right now. Louisiana plus 18.5 against James Madison. I like Louisiana here. I think that they have found this running back named Lunch.
I like that.
Oh, I like a running back named. It's not quite as cool as Snacks, but it's still pretty damn good. But I think he's going to be able to keep him in this
Pair
game.
him with Kool-Aid McKinstry. And
Oh
you got
yes.
Jamil.
Oh yes. Rob, this rarely happens. We have a battle of the two lowest teams in my power ratings. You know, I do college football betting.
That's like 300 teams.
Yes, it's like the idea that number 160 or 135 and number 136 are going head to head here.
All right, so who are these teams?
Kent State.
Okay, they gave up 44.
And UMass. These teams, dreadful. Kent State, 3-point home favorite.
I think the ADs called each other like, man, we have got to play.
I think so.
We have got to play.
I think so.
There can be only one.
Oh, this is going to be such a great game. Give me Kent State. Give me the home team here. Oregon and Indiana, we talked about that one. Numbers coming down a little bit. You can get Oregon now. You have to pay a little juice to get a 7, but you can get a -7 on Oregon.
I like Oregon
I think I'm going to like Oregon if I get a flat 7. That's where I'm going to be. I've mentioned that depending on what site you go to, Oklahoma or Texas is going to be about a 1.5 point favorite. Again, depending on where your outs are. If you like Oklahoma, you can find them as a dog. You like Texas, you can find them as a dog. So either way, there's a chance to get on the right side of that one. How about this? Are you willing to get back on the Penn State wagon? 21.5 point favorites hosting Northwestern.
Yeah.
You think they smash them?
Yeah. Did you see the ticket prices, how they've fallen?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
The $3,000 seats 2 weeks ago are $25.
Oh, dude.
$15.
Nebraska, it's Corn. 6.5 point favorites on the road at Maryland.
Rolling.
TCU's at Kansas State. TCU -1.5. A lot of money coming in on Kansas State. I don't know why. I like TCU here. I just think they're on a different level. Wake Forest is at Oregon State. the corpse of Oregon State. Give me Wake Forest. They're 3-point favorites on the road.
That's a long way to travel.
It is. I don't care. That team's quit. They have quit. And let's see. Who else have we not talked about that's playing this weekend? We talked Texas Tech. Oh, Rice UTSA. UTSA a 10-point favorite.
Homecoming.
I think
crowning the queen and king.
I think they get it done against Rice. I think they should. This should be a good bounce back spot for them to. They're
about to dig a hole they can't get out of.
They do need a big win. And Texas State 7.5-point favorites against Troy. Texas State also needing a bounce back win. I expect that they'll get it as well. So should be a good weekend for the local boys. And finally, Rob, what have we all been waiting for? Lady basketball.
This is it.
Aces -2.5 at the Mercury. Do the Aces get the job done tonight?
No, we got a gentle ladies sweep.
A gentle lady.
Yeah, Phoenix. They had a mad run to close out the last game. I think the momentum will carry them. They're going to get one at home before Vegas takes it on Sunday.
All right. No hockey on Friday, but we do have NBA today. In fact, we've already had we've got a game going already. Phoenix and Brooklyn. What time do they play?
Where?
I guess or maybe my app's not updated yet, but it says Brooklyn 123, Phoenix 121.
Oh, we got Ace Bailey in town tonight.
I don't know. Yeah. Magic at the Sixers, Magic -4.5. Celtics are +1.5 in Toronto. Ace Bailey and the Jazz come to San Antonio. Spurs 6.5-point favorites tonight. Hard to bet on preseason when you don't really know who's going to play. And Sacramento's at the Blazers. Blazers -2.5. Did you see the Case and Wallace shot last night?
I did.
Incredible. That's crazy. That is something you will not you'll never see that again, I don't think.
You know, his older brother played here at UTSA.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he did. In fact, when Kaysen was coming out, he was going to Kentucky, but he kept UTSA in his top 5 the entire senior
Just to
year.
hype him up.
Well, it kind of helped him maybe get a recruit or two from someplace else.
There you go. All right, that does it for us, friends. ELM says they're in China. That's where they're
There
playing.
you go. Makes sense.
But yeah, it's in overtime right now. Brooklyn up 2 right now. All right. We will be back on Monday. Even though it's a holiday, Rob and I, being the indigenous people that we are, we're still going to grind, baby. Still going to grind. Blitz coming up at 2. Have a good weekend, everybody.
This is 94.1 San Antonio